From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, bringing you this special compilation of Pearl Harbor-related old-time radio programs. This is from our World War II series, The War. These episodes were originally released on Pearl Harbor Day of 2013 and the days following. Taken together, they capture the reaction to Pearl Harbor in a wide variety of different ways. With that said, here is our Pearl Harbor compilation.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air, President Roosevelt has just announced. The attack also was made on all naval and military activities on the principal island of Oahu. We take you now to Washington.
The details are not available. They will be in a few minutes. The White House is now giving out a statement. The attack apparently was made on all naval and military activities on the principal island of Oahu. The President's brief statement was read to reporters by Stephen Early, the President's secretary. A Japanese attack upon Pearl Harbor naturally would mean war. Such an attack would naturally bring a counterattack, and hostilities of this kind would naturally mean that the President would ask Congress for a declaration of war. There is no doubt from the temper of Congress that such a declaration would be granted. This morning, Secretary Hull talked with the Secretaries of War and of the Navy. Now the two special Japanese envoys, Admiral Nomura and Special Envoy Caruso, are at the State Department, engaged in conference with Secretary of State Hull. Their appearance at the State Department on this Sunday afternoon emphasizes the gravity of the Far Eastern situation, where hostilities now seem to be actually opening over the whole South Pacific. And just now comes the word from the President's office that a second air attack has been reported on Army and Navy bases in Manila. Thus, we have official announcements from the White House that Japanese airplanes have attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii and have now attacked Army and Navy bases in Manila. We return you now to New York, and we'll give you later information as it comes along from the White House. We return you now to New York.
Hello, NBC. This is Bert Simon speaking from Manila, and this time I've got a real scoop for you. Manila has just been bombed. In fact, right now it is being bombed. And without warning, Japanese bombers started bombing Fort William McKinley, Nichols Airfield, and the RCA transmitting station. At 9 minutes past 3 o'clock, without warning. Right now, the moon is shining absolutely full.
And so, on December 7th, 1941, bulletins like these interrupted the regularly scheduled programs of radio listening households across America, heralding the news that on December 7th, 1941, America had been attacked. Hello, from Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham with The War. Today we're bringing you a very special episode as we look back at Pearl Harbor, 72 years after that attack by Japan. Listen to news reports, one speech, as well as some dramatizations. This will be an interesting hour plus of program, so let's go ahead and continue. As news reports came in, it fell to the news media to clarify and inform listeners as to what was happening. That process looked quite a bit different 72 years ago. Let's take a listen to this analysis from CBS News.
We will hope later to be able to bring you direct reports from both Honolulu and Manila.
To recapitulate, the White House reported today Japanese air attacks on the Hawaiian Islands and Manila in the Philippines. Here in the studio with me is Major George Fielding Elliott, Columbia's military expert, who will analyze now these latest developments in the Far East. Major Elliott.
The Japanese appear to be taking the offensive in an effort to delay and impede American operations in the Far East. Apparently confronted with a situation in which there was no escape except war, the Japanese have attacked the main American naval base in the Pacific at Pearl Harbor on the island of Oahu in the Hawaiian Islands. This attack is by air and can only come from aircraft carriers, since the Japanese do not have any bases close enough to the Hawaiian Islands from which to launch land-based aircraft. This is a very great risk for the Japanese to place aircraft carriers within reach of the very powerful naval patrol bombers and the long-range Army bombers on the island of Oahu. It is a risk which would only be assumed as a very desperate measure, one which may well result in the loss of the carriers that are making the attack, but may also gain for the Japanese important time to carry out operations in the Far East because of the damage that they may inflict on the naval base and shipping in Oahu, and thus delay the proceeding of the United States Pacific Fleet to the Western Pacific. That is probably the Japanese object, and we don't know yet what success they've had in carrying it out. They're expecting to take heavy losses, and these losses may be expected. The question is how much delay they have purchased for the carriers that they have risked.
We have been on the telephone with our station in KGMB, which is in Honolulu, and they report to us that the attacking planes number between 50 and 100, that the air raid is still on, and that the anti-aircraft fire can be heard in a steady drone as the attacking planes come in. We received a bulletin just a little while ago which reported that there have been some of these, what Honolulu calls unidentified planes, shot down. And this latest report now from KGMB is all that we have to the moment. We will continue to receive reports from there, also from Washington, on the developments in our relations with Japan, the relations which will tell very shortly the story of what is to happen in the months that are to come. And Columbia will bring you important news bulletins during the broadcast of the New York Philharmonic Society, which follows this program, and will also bring you a summary of all developments at the intermission time.
From Washington, the recruiting office of the United States Navy announces that all recruiting centers will be open at 8 a.m. tomorrow. You've been listening to Elmer Davis, Albert Warner, Bob Trout from London, and Major George Fielding Elliott with a review and analysis of the Far Eastern situation. The Wrigley Company has told us that we may interrupt their program at any time to bring you the latest bulletins. But now, we return you to our regularly scheduled program.
Welcome back. I can't help but think how different this all looked before the age of 24-hour news. Perhaps the most striking difference is that regularly scheduled programming continued for the most part, with just interruptions as news bulletins became available. CBS was not able to immediately raise its affiliates in the Philippines or in Honolulu. There does exist a recording of CBS trying and failing, but I decided not to play that. Of course, for listeners at home anxious to find out the full scope of what's going on, many of us in the 21st century can sympathize as we remember the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. The rumors were spreading wildly. We didn't quite know what to expect or what was going on the ground. We do have a recording of NBC getting in touch with its affiliate in Honolulu, KGU, and we'll go ahead and play that for you.
One moment, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, NBC. Hello, NBC. This is KGU in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am speaking from the roof of the Advertiser Publishing Company building. We have witnessed this morning a distant view, a brief
battle off Pearl Harbor and the severe bombing of Pearl Harbor by enemy planes, undoubtedly Japanese. The city of Honolulu has also been attacked and considerable damage done. This battle has been going on for nearly 3 hours. One of the bombs dropped within 50 feet of CTU Tower. It is no joke, it is a real war. The public of Honolulu have been advised to keep in their homes and await results from the Army and Navy. There has been fierce fighting going on in the air and on the sea. Heavy shooting seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a moment, we'll interrupt you. We cannot estimate yet how much damage has been done, but it has been a very severe attack. The Navy and Army appear now to have the air and the sea under control. Mr. Kennedy, I interrupt this just a second, please. This is the telephone company, the chief operator. Yes. We tried to get through on an emergency call. Could you tell me? Well, we're talking to New York now. Please, 3-4. Hello, NBC. Is all ready? 1, 2.
1 moment, please.
And here we hear the news media frustrated by the limits on phone calls during a great national emergency, which would certainly jam up the phone lines. The reaction to Pearl Harbor was swift. President Roosevelt met with his cabinet on the evening of December 7th. And on the morning of December 8th, he went to address Congress to ask for a declaration of war. War had already been declared on Japan by countless allies of the U.S., particularly in the Western Hemisphere, as well as the United Kingdom. Here now is that famous speech by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt from November 8th of 1941.
Senators and representatives, I have the distinguished honor of presenting the President of the United States. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after Japanese air squadrons had commenced bombing in the American island of Oahu, the Japanese ambassador to the United States and his colleagues delivered to our Secretary of State a formal reply to a recent American message. And while this reply stated that it seemed useless to continue the existing diplomatic negotiations, it contained no threat or hint of war or of armed attack. it will be recorded that the distance of Hawaii from Japan makes it obvious that the attack was deliberately planned many days or even weeks ago. During the intervening time, the Japanese government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. Yesterday, the Japanese government also launched an attack against Malaya. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan has therefore undertaken a surprise offensive extending throughout the Pacific area. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves. The people of the United States have already formed their opinions and well understand the implications to the very life and safety of our nation. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense, but always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory. I believe that I interpret the will of the Congress and of the people when I assert that we will not only defend ourselves to the uttermost, but will make it very certain that this form of treachery shall never again endanger us. Hostilities exist. There is no blinking at the fact that our people, our territory, and our interests are in grave danger. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph. So help us God. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
Welcome back. When doing a podcast with material from the golden age of radio, a typical challenge is the lack of preservation, where there are so many lost episodes, stories, and programs. With Pearl Harbor, it's almost, when doing an episode about Pearl Harbor, it's almost the opposite. People sensed that this was a historic day. Some stations preserved a complete broadcast day. And you can listen to news and entertainment. You can hear exactly how the bulletins came in. If there was any reaction from on-air personalities, it's a daunting task to go through and to pick out. And we could probably be here for several hours trying to go through and pick out which to play. However, it was a program that was recommended to me by Brian Ashby, who really provided the impetus for this whole podcast. It is an episode of the series March of Time. March of Time was a very popular radio series for its era. Most of its episodes have been lost. In fact, only 2 of the World War II episodes are still around. But thankfully, the one from Pearl Harbor is still preserved. It's not in the best of conditions, but it does capture the events of Pearl Harbor and the days following, as well as what U.S. Response was from the citizen on the street. And so I think this will be a worthwhile listen, and then we'll have another program that we'll bring to you. I do want to say here, as we get started with playing many of these programs with direct reactions to Pearl Harbor, there are some sentiments expressed in them that I would not endorse and could be offensive to some for racial or sensitivity reasons. And I definitely appreciate where that's coming from, but we're playing it as is for the historical context. So here now is the March of Time from December 11th of 1941.
Editors of Time, the weekly news magazine, recreate from the pages of Time the first week of the United States at war. March of Time. Sunday, December 7th, 1941. The eastward rolling earth peels off the night. Gray light kindles low over the dark Pacific. It is almost dawn. There is a distant booming, but it is not the boom of the sea. In the western half of the United States, it is mid-morning. Church time for thousands.
Almighty God, who has given us this good land for our heritage, we humbly beseech Thee that we may always prove ourselves a people mindful of Thy favor and glad to do Thy will. Bless our land with honorable industry, sound learning, and pure manners. Save us from violence, discord, and confusion, from pride and arrogancy, and from every evil way. Defend our liberty, and fashion into one united people the multitudes brought hither out of many kindreds and tongues.
While in the United States, churchgoers are hearing the common prayer for their country in critical times, in Honolulu it is 7:50 a.m., not even Sunday breakfast time. A lawyer named Roy Gildersleeve is warming up the motor of his little private plane.
Spinning overnight, Mr. Gildersleeve. Okay. Great morning for flying, isn't it? Yeah. Just a handful of clouds. And not a plane in the sky. Right. Well, go on. Hello.
3,000 feet aloft, Lawyer Roy Vittelsek levels off. Looks down at the green loaf-shaped island of Oahu. Then Roy Vittelsek looks south to Cocoa Head. Coming directly toward him, steadily, swiftly, are scores of sleek black bombing planes. They are nearly upon him before Lawyer Vittelsek can see that they are not the warcraft of his own country. Sunday, December 7th, 1941. It is 2:05 p.m. in the Washington office of Secretary of State Cordell Hull. Japanese envoys Nomura and Kurosu arrived 15 minutes late for an appointment with Mr. Hull. Minutes pass as the tardy envoys, constantly consulting their watches, return the level stare of the bronze Lafayette and Washington, surveying them from across the room. Then, ushered into the office, Tennessee and Cordell Hull.
Come in, gentlemen. Take seat. Thank you. Yes. You have your government's answer to our government's proposals of November 26th? Yes. Let's see what it says. The United States is conspiring with Great Britain and the Far East. Both the United States and Great Britain have resorted to every possible measure to obstruct the establishment of peace. Japanese government cannot tolerate, in view of the attitude of the American government, it is impossible to reach an agreement. Mr. Nomura, I must say that in all my 50 years of public service, I have never seen a document that was more crowded with infamous falsehoods and distortions. Infamous falsehoods and distortions on a scale so huge that I never imagined until this day that any government on this planet was capable of uttering them.
Sunday, December 7th, 1941. It is 2:20 p.m. under the great White House portico. A uniformed United States soldier jumps from an army car, hurries up the steps.
Order from the Chief of Staff's office. Here's a sealed message from the decoding room at the Army Communications Office. Must be shown to the President immediately.
Sunday, December 7th, 1941. It is 2:25 p.m. in the almost deserted Washington office of Bill Peacock of the Associated Press.
What have you got for the night wire, Bill? Nothing much. Routine Sunday stuff. I'll get it. Associated Press.
Hello, Bill. This is Steve Early.
Oh, hello, Steve. Where are you, at the White House?
No, I'm calling from home. I've got the UP and the IRS in the same wire.
Yeah, well, what's up?
I have a statement here that the President just called up and asked me to read. Quote, Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor from the air and all military and naval activities on the island of Oahu, the principal American base in the Hawaiian Islands. End quote. I'm going directly to the White House now. I'll tell you more later.
That was Steve Early. Yeah? Round up the staff and get them in here. I'm going over to the White House. We're in the war.
Operator, this is Associated Press Office in Honolulu. How about my call to San Francisco?
One moment, please. I think I'll finally reach your party.
Oh, good.
Go ahead, please.
San Francisco AP Martel speaking.
Hello, this is Burns, Eugene Burns in Honolulu. We're being bombed.
Yeah, Burns, we got a flash from Washington, but no details.
The attack is still going on. I'll give you what dope I have. Ready?
Go ahead.
From 50 to 150 Japanese bombers, dive bombers, and pursuit ships assaulted the island of Oahu this morning. At 8:10 a.m., the first squadron came roaring in from the southeast over Diamond Head, streaked northward over Pearl Harbor. Got that, Bartell?
Right.
The bombers circled over U.S. Navy's Ford Island plane base in the harbor center. Dive bombers dropped to within 100 feet of the harbor surface, launched torpedoes at the many U.S. warships lying at anchor. From nearby Hickam Field, U.S. Army plane base, rose a barrage of anti-aircraft fire as a second wave of Japanese planes approached. The enemy...
Hey, James, that bomb must have fallen very close to you.
Yeah, it did. Something tells me I'd better give you the rest of this report back. Now, here we go. The enemy scored direct hits on Hickam Field Barracks, killed over 100 U.S. soldiers. Wheeler Field got a blast on its hangars. Honolulu got incendiary bombs. Northward, machine gun fire raked the streets of the town of Wahiawa.
Just a minute, Gene. What town was that?
Wahiawa.
Okay, go ahead.
In Pearl Harbor, smoke rose as one vessel was set afire and another exploded. Other vessels steamed from Pearl Harbor in search of Japanese plane carriers. Getting this okay?
Didn't get that last part. Will you repeat that?
Hello? Oh, Bartell? Hello? Hello? Say, operator, can't I get this call through?
Thus, after 23 years and 25 days of peace, the United States was plunged into its seventh major conflict. The attacker, the Japanese Empire, whose windows the U.S. had opened on the world just 88 years ago. In Washington, the White House announces 1,500 killed, another 1,500 wounded. Admits the loss of one capital ship, one destroyer. As the fateful news reaches the 132 million peace-loving, peace-making American people, by radio, press, and neighborly word of mouth, these are some reactions. In San Francisco, it is just church time. A motorist drives into a filling station.
Morning.
Better fill her up with ether. You bet.
Say, what do you think of those jets?
Yes? What jet?
They just bombed Pearl Harbor.
Are you kidding?
Just this minute, got over the radio.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah. Thanks, this is it.
Yeah. Hey, just now down the street, I almost hit a Jap on a motorcycle. Guess I should have run over him.
On the Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee, it is just after Sunday dinner. Sergeant Alvin Cullum York, legendary World War I hero, is told the news.
We got to put up a united front and give those folks a licking right away. Take care of the Japs first, and then take on the Germans.
As they struck the Russians at Port Arthur in 1904, while their ambassador danced before the Tsar, so once more the Japanese had delivered a copperhead punch. Their aim, to divide the U.S. fleet at Hawaii and Manila, prevent a unified British-American blow on the Japanese fleet as it seemed to attack Singapore. Guam, Wake, and Midway Islands, and soon the Philippines are raided by the far-flung Japanese. In Portland, Maine, the afternoon movies are beginning, says one Yankee.
I'll say sure one thing. Up to today, I wondered whether we were another France. Too soft. But now we see that Americans can fight in the old way. I know Maine people can.
For the U.S., on this first Sunday afternoon, it becomes plain that this war will have to be won the hard way. Farther down the coast in Martha's Vineyard, famed flyer Charles A. Lindbergh formally ends the cause of isolationism.
We must now turn every effort to building the greatest and most efficient Army, Navy, and Air Force in the world. When American soldiers go to war, it must be with the best equipment that modern skill can design and that modern industry can build.
The historic Sunday of December 7th ends. It is Monday, December 8th, 1941. At 12:25 p.m. in the chambers of the House of Representatives, members of the House and Senate hold a joint session, knowing that 20 hours and 25 minutes before, Japan had declared war on the United States and Great Britain. That Britain and the first of 18 other nations had declared war on Japan. Every important government official in Washington is present as Franklin Delano Roosevelt delivers his historic message. But none is more attentive than a group of 25 top-ranking officers in the Navy's Bureau of Aeronautics. These officers, some gray-haired four-stripers, a few commanders, and a few of lesser rank, gather in the office of their chief, Rear Admiral Jack Powers, to hear the President's words by radio.
With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, said, between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard...
Gentlemen, we have work to do. 51 minutes after the President had spoken, the Senate, with not a single dissenting vote, the House, with but one, declares war on Japan. On no issue was the United States ever so united. To a greater extent than at any time since he first took command during the choking depression 8 years ago, Franklin Delano Roosevelt could act with complete authority. He could fire, hire, demand, order, and get what he thought best and necessary, with perfect assurance that the country was solidly behind him. At 4:10 p.m., the President signs the war resolution passed by the Congress. Then, after a brief talk with Russian Ambassador Maxim Litvinov, who had just arrived in Washington, the tired chief executive relaxes on his office sofa, falls asleep, sleeps soundly for an hour. The office in which Franklin Delano Roosevelt takes his brief, well-earned rest once belonged to his old chief, Thomas Woodrow Wilson. It is the same office in which one night 24 years ago, Woodrow Wilson wrote the stirring words which called his country into a great war. Words still remembered.
To such a task, we can dedicate our lives and our fortunes, everything that we are, and everything that we have, with the pride of those who know that the day has come when America is privileged to spend her blood and her might for the principle that gave her birth and happiness and the peace which she has treasured. God helping her, he can do no other.
Tokyo, Wednesday, December 10th. In the village of Ise stands the shrine of the Sun Goddess, most hallowed spot in all Japan. To the shrine comes a little man wearing thick spectacles, a ceremonial kimono, the black lacquered skull cap. He is the Emperor Hirohito, who believes he is a direct descendant of the Sun Goddess. Entering the shrine's innermost sanctuary, Hirohito places his wooden scepter under one arm, bows low. He claps his hands to summon the spirit of his distinguished astronomical ancestor with whom he wishes to confer. He has news for us. Imparts it in a swift, eager whisper. His message conveyed, he bows again, then walks out of the shrine backward. Hirohito, the son of heaven, has just told the Sun Goddess that 3 days ago his government declared war on the United States and the British Empire. It is an auspicious day for this mystic conversation. Japanese troops have landed on the Philippine island of Luzon. First foreign troops to make a full-fledged landing on U.S. soil since the War of 1812. But reports Douglas MacArthur, commanding general of U.S. and Philippine forces in the Philippines.
German resistance has confined this action to the attack in the vicinity of Apari at the extreme northern tip of Luzon, where the Japanese attempted to establish a beachhead. Air activity continued in the vicinity of Manila, intermittent attacks on airfields at Cavite and Nichols Field throughout the day. The situation is in hand.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this morning, one story was the same. America's young men stormed recruiting offices, kept them open 24 hours a day. Many brought their toothbrushes and razors along in the hope of lessening delay. Typical are the scenes in New York City, where with voluntary recruiting at double the rate of World War I, the Navy finds fit and signs on in 2 days enough volunteers to furnish crews for 3 destroyers. The young men wait by thousands in the cold early morning, slowly shuffling to the service of their country. A newspaper man goes down the line asking questions.
Say, what's your name, buddy?
I'm from the Daily News.
Oh, reporter, huh?
Yeah.
My name's Gordon Rome. I'm from Boygan Street, Brooklyn. I sure hope they got a place to sit down in the Navy. My feet are killing me.
Pretty tired, huh? Waiting here all night.
Sure, I'm tired as hell. Lots of guys are more tired than me. Anyway, it doesn't matter much how you feel. You know what you gotta do. I'm here to do it.
How about you, mister? You from Brooklyn, too?
Yeah, that's right. I'm Dave Coward from Heck Street over in Brooklyn Heights.
Well, how do you feel about all this?
Well, I served 3 years in the Philippines with the 50th Coast Artillery. Hey, listen, you guys. We got a tough job on our hands. I know the Japs are good. Yeah, well, wait till we get out.
I guess that's right. And how about you?
I come to volunteer, please.
Say, you ain't a Jap, are you?
Oh, no. My name's Edward Tong, 240 East 30th Street. I am Chinese.
Oh, I see. Excuse me.
Makes it easy to want in service with Japan enemy. Therefore, turn me down. Bad eyes. Maybe want me now, I guess.
Well, good luck, Mr. Tong. How about you, lad?
Me, I'm from over on Bleecker Street. My old man's got a grocery store there. I'm an Italian boy.
Well, don't you know we're liable to be fighting the Italians?
Sure. And the Germans, too. That's all right for me. I'm an American.
Voicing the thoughts of a vast majority of the American people, this recruit was right. For today in Berlin, Adolf Hitler addresses his Reichstag of stooges, declares war on the United States.
President Wilson deceived Germany. Now, between your Fuhrer and President Roosevelt, there is a worldwide abyss. President Roosevelt failed to recognize the new order. He failed to recognize certain newly established governments. On the other hand, he recognized puppet governments with no territory. The Army tried to prevent a break with the United States, but our patience has come to an end. So now, Italy and Germany, in loyal fulfillment of obligations under the Axis Agreement, associate themselves with Japan in the struggle against America. No one will vanquish Germany. No one will destroy German unity. Germany is strong. Let us thank God we can enter our name in the history of the Reich.
At the same time in Rome, another stooge of Adolf Hitler's, Benito Mussolini, addresses his people from the balcony of his Palazzo Venezia.
We bows over the active backs of sin against fascist Italy and the National Socialist Germany, ever closely linked, participate from today on the side of heroic Japan against the United States of America. A formidable blow which have already been inflicted to the American forces in the Pacific. So you have prepared for the soldiers of the Empire of the Rising Sun. I say to you, and you will understand, that it is a privilege to fight with them. Giants once more arise and be worthy of this historic hour. We shall win.
President Roosevelt drafts his second war message in 4 days, and this time in only 135 words, asks the Congress to extend the theater of this nation's war to the 2 remaining Axis aggressors. At 1:04 p.m., without debate, without one dissenting vote, the Senate and the House of Representatives obey the request. Today, the U.S. Army Air Force lifted the hearts of all Americans with a major achievement. U.S. Army bombers rise from a Manila airfield with orders to engage the enemy off northern Luzon. The commander with his flashlight behind him reports.
2250 to Manila.
Go ahead. 2250.
Reconnaissance was right. Target sighted. Japanese capital ship. About 29,000 tons.
Okay.
We are over target. Signing off.
Okay, 2250. Good luck.
Sig?
Yeah, Sig here.
You aim for his fire control tower. Here we go. to Manila.
Go ahead. 2250.
One of our bombers scored repeated direct hits on a Japanese battleship with a Congo flag. When the bombers left, the battleship was blazing fiercely.
Nice scoring, 2250.
That's one for the boys who got it in the barracks back at Hickam Field.
This was America, this first week of its Second World War. For the war was now truly a world war. A war which fronts on every continent save one. A war involving 6 more nations and its terrible predecessors. In a fireside talk from the White House, the U.S. war president has reminded his warring people of this. Promises them the truth. Promises them victory. But foresees a long, bitter struggle, bad as well as good news. For the U.S., the war had got off to a bad start. But to a nation finally unified through war's reality, these opening disasters would be of small account. The U.S. had embarked on the greatest adventure in its history to make the world really safe for democracy. Time marches on.
Welcome back. This was just a fabulous program, and really did a good job of just encapsulating everything that needed to be known. Jeanette Rankin was the only member of Congress to vote against going into World War II. Actually, had voted against World War I, and her case is somewhat of an oddity in American politics. She was the first woman elected to Congress in 1916 and ended up casting an unpopular vote against World War I. And then she did not return to Congress until the 1940 elections, when she ended up casting a politically fatal vote against entry into World War II. I guess that goes to show that timing is everything, and that was definitely true in the case of radio. When it comes to when a program airs can determine what its reaction is and what its appropriateness was. Take the program Sergeant Squirt and Captain Flag. It was a radio comedy, a service comedy about the Marines. And it aired on Pearl Harbor Day. And it wasn't an unfunny comedy or over-the-top disrespectful. If it had aired on at another time, say in the post-war era. But as it happened, it had an enlisted man, not behaving respectfully towards an officer, having to slap him around, tickle his feet after he'd been hypnotized. And really you felt, well, this, show was ill-timed, and indeed it did end up getting canceled. On the other hand, timing can be wonderful when a program is timed in a way that's almost serendipitous. And so was the case with the Screen Guild Theater on December 7th of 1941. Not knowing about the Pearl Harbor attacks, they had signed America's greatest radio actor, performer, personality, Orson Welles, to appear in their play. In addition to that, the person who would write that play was none other than Mr. Norman Corwin, whose work we have already heard on the program. and it definitely spoke to the time and to what America meant. So here, from December 7th, 1941, the Screen Guild Theater presentation of Between Americans.
Between Americans, starring Orson Welles.
The Gulf Screen Guild Theater. The Gulf Oil Companies and your good Gulf dealer are proud to present a dramatic picture of this, our America. Here is your host, Roger Pryor, to tell you about it.
Good evening, everyone. We welcome you tonight to one of the most timely programs ever heard on the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Our production of Norman Corwin's script, Between Americans, starring Orson Welles. Broadcast at any time, we believe this program would make every American's heart beat a little faster. Make him hold his head just a little higher. But since the tragic and foreboding news that came today, this program, Between Americans, now becomes an American odyssey. In just a moment, our story will begin. But first, here's Bud Easton.
Right. And here's an easy way to change from a pessimist into an optimist. If you're wondering now how long you may have to keep your present car, and wondering, too, if it will last, if it will stay in good condition, just look on the bright side of the picture. Remember, when you give the wearing parts of your car good protection, that helps it stay young and act young a long, long time. So give your automobile the modern method of lubrication, Gulflex registered lubrication. Here's why. First, expert Gulflex operator works from a master chart of your model car, thus protects each wearing point in the chassis and body. Second, the Gulflex man uses not just 1 or 2 greases, but 6 special lubricants, especially developed by lubrication authorities. And third, here's proof of how good these lubricants are. In recent tests by Gulf engineers, Gulflex chassis lubricant, for instance, stayed in the shackles 30% better and lubricated nearly 100% longer than the average of competitive products tested. So get Gulflex registered lubrication, a much better than usual grease job at no extra cost. Remember, too, that your good Gulf dealer is also ready with splendid motor oils and gasolines, such as Gulf No-Nox gasoline, the extra value gasoline that has been especially designed to stop harmful pounding and hammering inside your engine. Make it a habit to stop regularly at your neighborhood good Gulf dealers, your headquarters for making your car last longer.
And now, Oscar Bradley's music introduces Orson Welles, who will talk Between Americans.
This program is Between Americans. That's where the title comes in. We hope you like it, but you don't have to. At any rate, nobody's going to make you stick around and listen to it. That's one of the advantages of being an American. Now, tonight we're doing something quite foreign to the type of thing usually presented by the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Instead of telling a story about 5 or 6 people, we're telling a story about 100 million. This happens to include you, listener, whatever your name may be. As a matter of fact, names don't bother real Americans very much. Not when we've got states named after French kings and English queens are lifted right out of the Latin language like Montana, or out of the Spanish like Nevada, and towns. You know, if you were to hold a convention of all the people who live in foreign-sounding American towns, we could fill quite a sizable stadium. Among the delegates registering on the first day would be...
Me, I'm the delegate from London, Minnesota.
I'm in from Dublin, New Hampshire.
Flew in this morning from Cairo, Illinois. Huh? Whose turn, me? I'm from Canton, Connecticut.
I'm from Paris, Texas.
I came all the way from Shanghai, West Virginia.
Warsaw, Georgia. I'm the delegate representing Moscow, Kentucky.
My town is Toronto, Kansas.
As for me, Lisbon, Maine.
Delegate from Madrid, Alabama reporting.
I'm from Stockholm, South Dakota.
Drove down this afternoon from Bombay, New York.
Hitchhike here from Baghdad, Florida.
All right, delegates, now that you've registered, you may all be seated.
Now, that's all the preliminaries there's going to be tonight. We're through with the introductions, the overture, and the official registration. So now we can get down to the text, which is, roughly speaking, this. Today, particularly, people are thinking about their country pretty hard. Some of them for the first time in their lives. People are wondering where we're headed. Men are being called on to get ready to defend America. A lot of them are thinking in terms of what is there to defend. Well, now, America means a lot of things to a lot of people. Most of them are solid patriots, only they don't know it. They don't have to wear a red and white and blue button in their lapels to prove it. They don't have to agree with or even listen to people like this.
My fellow citizens, in this great state of Cleveland, we can fix the dog squirtle your taxes. Our great country is triply bolted up and can whackle tablewicks, and your Laganoi Rillera Harrington forever!
I got a good hunch most people prefer the quiet kind of speaker. Like the fellow who got up on a platform in a Pennsylvania town one day and said,
"The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here."
That was the Gettysburg Address he was referring to. As a matter of fact, he didn't get such good reviews the next morning. Take, for example, the write-up he got in the Harrisburg Patriot.
We pass over the silly remarks of the president. For the credit of the nation, we are willing that they shall no more be repeated and thought of.
If you think that's bad, listen to what the Chicago Times had to say.
The cheek of every American must tingle with shame as he reads the silly, flat, and dishwatery utterances of the man who has to be pointed out to intelligent foreigners as the President of the United States.
Of course, the rival paper in Chicago took the opposite point of view. Rival papers often do.
The remarks of President Lincoln will live among the annals of man.
That paper gave it 4 stars, and they were right. The Gettysburg Address did survive. But that business of calling a president a ham is really something to be proud of. I mean, the right to print a piece saying a president makes a sound like dishwater. Nobody dragged the editors off to jail, even if they were wrong. That's important. Comes under the heading of free press. As soon as anybody starts gagging the press, any press, watch out. Americans don't like that. And by the way, we got a nerve to be calling ourselves Americans all the time when we're really only United Staters. We're a little selfish about that. It's America down there in Chile, too. All the way down the spine of the Andes. If any of you folks are hearing this down around Mexico or Honduras or Salvador or Argentina, or even if you're an Eskimo in the Arctic, we hope you'll overlook our calling ourselves Americans as though we were the only ones in the hemisphere. We do that just because it's so much easier to say than anything else, and also because it sounds so good. By the way, before we leave the subject, what about the original American? The Indians? There's a forgotten race for you. How about the Indian on the nickel and the buffalo who roamed the back of the great American jit? Seems a shame. No 2 ways about it. We have forgotten those 100% Americans who went down to quarantine to meet the Mayflower. We don't see them around in person very much these days. But their ghosts are still with us. Maybe the red men are forgotten. Maybe not. But between you and us, it's said that near Boonesboro, Kentucky, on certain nights in November, by the light of the waning moon, some very peculiar ghost meetings go on in the woods south of the river. Also in certain parts of the Alleghenies, between the hours of sundown and the coming of the morning mist. Yes. If you happen to be listening to this in a car, driving along Highway 99 in Wyoming, that man you passed walking down the road a few miles back wasn't a man at all. Seriously, they were brave people. The Indians fought a losing fight against great odds. Wanted nothing more than to keep their land and their way of life. Fighting the fight so many people of all races have had to fight since. The fight to keep free and independent. The fight to stop men from the outside who want to civilize somebody their way. You ever asked yourself what America means to you? Does it mean 1776? Columbia, the gem of the ocean? Big business? The Bill of Rights? Uncle Sam? Chances are it means none of these things. Chances are it means something very personal to each of you. Something close to your heart which you'd miss like the very blazes if you were stranded abroad. Might have nothing at all to do with quotes from Madison or acts of Congress. It might be just the feeling about the crisp autumns in New England and the smell of burning leaves. Might be the memory of the way they smooth off the infield between the games of a doubleheader. Might be a thing as small as your little finger. You ever been abroad and run out of American cigarettes?
Hey, speak English, mister?
No, senor. Solo hablo español.
Well, anyway, do you carry cigarettes?
Ah, cigarrillos. Sí, tenemos bastante aquí.
No, I just want cigarettes. Here, I'll take these. How much?
20 centavos.
Yeah, keep the change. Hey, got a light there, senor?
Sí, como no, senor. Un momento.
Hey, what is this? Soft, cold soup? Tastes like an old shoe. Here, you can smoke the rest of them.
There you are. America might mean a tight-packed cigarette, which tastes good. Might mean the way a hot dog man slaps mustard on a Frank. Might mean going with your wife to the movie on bank night. Or taking your girl to the annual barn dance and social at Tuckerman's Barn. Plenty of you listeners know what I'm talking about. You hear people speak of home defense? This is the home to be defended. This square dance down the glen a piece, in old man Tuckerman's barn. This is the America of all the couples dancing there tonight. That's what the nation means to Butch and Fred and Jenny and Elvira, and this is America to all the boys and girls from Malvern County and their folks at home, waiting for them. What do you suppose America means to that auto repair man in the grease-cake dungarees who works in the garage in the corner of Willow and Elm Street? It means, quite likely, crawling under the 1936 Buick and dragging an electric light bulb on a long extension after him.
Hey, Joe, hand me that wrench.
What wrench?
The wrench at your feet. I gotta finish this apprentice job.
Why don't he sell that jalopy and get a new boat?
Hey, you want to talk us out of business? As long as he keeps his car, we get a repair job once in a while.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Sure. That's America to Pete and Joe. Piston job, transmission job, valve job, jack it up, change the tire. New fan belt, check the pump. On Saturday night, take the girl down to Joyland Dance Park. Means repairs to those boys and cans of oil and carburetor mixtures. And to Jack Prentice, who owns the Buick that Pete is fixing and who lives down on the beach near the Coast Guard station, America means the sound and the sight and the smell of high tide under the full moon, with occasionally the melancholy note of the bellboy drifting up when the wind's blowing in from the ship channel. Means the age-old sound of the sea. The same sound folks are hearing this very minute up around Penobscot Bay and Winthrop Beach and Chincoteague Inlet down by Calabogue Sound and on Boca Chica and then clean over to the other coast by Guadalupe, Carmel. Yes. Wind and wave and sand and rock and riptide and undertow. That's America to Jack Prentice and the hundreds of thousands of folks settled on the coastlines between Eastport and Key West, Point Isabel and Birch Bay. America is all things to all her people. Prairie to Nebraskans, coal to Scranton miners, cameras and raw celluloid to the picture boys in Hollywood, the stink of crude oil to the men who work the wells, relief checks to the unemployed, a mic and a stopwatch to a radio production man, a BMT Express to Brooklyn office workers. Sure, that's the way it goes. Or isn't it? What does this country mean to you? It might mean anything. Anything at all. It might mean a course in highfalutin poetry at Harvard.
Today, gentlemen, we will consider the influence of Whitman on the development of poetry in America. By 1870, after 12 years of incessant attack against squeamish over-refinements, Whitman really began to create an active distaste for literary ethics.
Or else it might be an argument between two baseball fans as to which is the better team, the Yankees or the Red Sox.
Yeah, but look! The Yanks are a bunch of old men and cripples.
Yeah.
They won't last. I tell you, they won't last. Wait till it gets good and hot around the middle of July.
Yeah.
Wait till doubleheaders begin piling up.
What are you talking? Listen, the Mayor's having the best season he ever had. He's an old man, huh? Keller hitting a dozen homers. I'd like to be a cripple like that. New home run record for the club. Won't last, huh? Who's the Red Sox got as good as the Mayor's? Name one guy. Name one.
I'll name two. Ted Williams.
Oh, good hitter. No getting away from that. But you say he's better than the Mayor's?
Pitching.
Wait a minute. Do you say...
Or it could be a poker game in Charlie Ferreter's law office upstairs over the 5 and 10 cent store on a rainy afternoon. Or a meeting of the Kiwanis Club in the Mansion House on Thursday. Or the news store. Or a great symphony concert sent out over everybody's air, playing the music of all the world's great composers, regardless of their race or nationality. For instance, something by a great German Jew named Mendelssohn. Something you couldn't play in certain countries on the other side. Now let's stop a minute and figure this out. Is it an accident that makes just being a citizen in this comparatively young country so attractive to so many people? To the world's greatest skater from Norway? To the world's greatest mathematician from Germany? To the world's greatest orchestra conductor from Italy? Is it an accident that 1,000 million people all around the world would give everything they own to be in your shoes? A free citizen of this country, right this very minute? Is it the weather here? Let's ask some of the natives. You from New York, how's the weather out your way?
Oh, I like it all right, only the summers give me a pain, sticky and hot. And then we usually get a stretch of terrible overcast weather around April and November. Sometimes 10 days go by without the sun coming out once.
And you, miss, from Miami, Florida.
Oh, our climate's fine. Except you have to watch out for sunburn.
A gentleman from Kansas?
The summers get pretty hot. Winter's pretty cold. Tornadoes raise a ruckus every once in a while.
Los Angeles. You?
Ah, wonderful climate. Magnificent.
Don't you ever get tired of all that sunshine?
No, sir. Not a bit.
Never rains?
Well, a little precipitation maybe, but no rain.
No earthquakes?
No, just little ones. Are you interested in some real estate?
No, thanks. And you from San Francisco, how about it there?
Best climate in the world, top.
Lots of sunshine?
Lots.
Lots of fog?
Lots.
All right. Then it's not the weather which makes it so attractive. Is it maybe our wine, women, and song? Let's ask the experts. You there, expert on women.
American women are beautiful, certainly. But we've never produced any classic or historic beauty. We've no legendary figure to compare with Helen of Troy, or with any of the Greek or Roman Venuses, or with Egypt's Cleopatra. As far as fiction is concerned, we can offer nobody to stand up against Italy's Juliet, or Germany's Isolde, or France's Roxane. Certainly not Scarlett O'Hara.
Certainly not.
No, indeed.
All right, that's fine. Thanks very much. Now, what about our wines? Is that what makes America so attractive from the outside looking in? How about it, wine expert?
American wines are excellent, but then, of course, meaning no offense, have you ever heard of French champagne, Burgundy, Liebfraumilch?
All right, thank you. Thank you. Can it be our song? Maestro.
America can well be proud of its composers and of its wealth of folk music. But the fact of the matter is that we have yet to produce a single world-great symphony, whereas Finland has produced 7, Germany and Austria half 100, the Russians about 12, the French 2 or 3, England 2 or 3, Bohemia...
Not song, then. Neither wine, women, nor song. So what is it, then? Well, it's this. Come right down to it. It's the spectacle of nearly 150 million people trying to live up to the expectations of a handful of great men who lived and died 150 years ago. Men who were so fed up with the kind of government they'd been getting, they sat down and wrote a new constitution for themselves and their children. A democratic constitution that's been added to, but never been topped before or since.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press.
Or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances.
No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
The right of trial by jury shall be preserved.
Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted.
Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
The right of the citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
Or on account of sex.
Those are pretty good sentiments to be kept alive and flourishing in the world today. Of course, there are other things that makes our union a good one to belong to. It's a beautiful country, even though it has a lot of incorrigible badlands and corrigible slums. Aren't many countries have as much in them to look at and wonder about as this one. This can be a rather fierce country, too. Ever see the way its mountains frown down sometimes? Know what they're frowning at? Some rumors they heard about petty intrigue, about political bosses and shysters and fakers and grafters and men who make a business of gypping the people. Ever see the way the skies suddenly get black and the thunder roars and the lightning starts throwing itself around? Ever see a storm whipping it up across the Great Lakes? That's how the American winds feel about anybody who denies anybody else a fair trial, or free speech, or the right to assemble, or the right to worship as one sees fit. Well, then, in the final analysis, there can be no analysis. Many great thinkers and poets have attempted it, but the country's too big for any one man. There's Walt Whitman and Carl Sandburg and Tom Wolfe, and they all felt the magnitude and magnificence of the nation that got put together piece by piece like a jigsaw puzzle. They felt it and wrote about it in unforgettable ways. But still, it's bigger than any of them, or any of us. Whitman hit it on the nose when he said it was bigger than the president and the cabinet and the District of Columbia. It's not Park Avenue, or Broadway, or 42nd Street, or the Loop, or the Golden Triangle. It's other things. Many, many, many other things.
Mill towns. Mill towns.
Tobacco towns.
Mining towns.
Oil towns.
Cotton towns.
Farmhouses.
Railroad sidings.
Statues on the common.
Tourist houses on the edge of town along the state highway.
Swimming holes.
Gas stations.
Stores on Main Street.
Kettles of sorghum molasses. Sunday papers. Season tickets to concerts.
Auctioneers.
Night courts. Radios. Parades. Toothpaste. Shaving cream. Dogs. Cats. Skyscrapers. Subways. Cornfields. Offices. Hotel rooms. Airports. Hospitals. Factories.
Oh, we could go on for weeks with this, never come any closer to a working definition of America. to any real understanding of its total meaning. Look, how can you add up all the red and yellow neon signs, the smell of all the eggs and bacon frying in the morning, the bargain specials, the lessons learned, the cows let in from pasture, the mileage clocked up on automobile speedometers, the rainfall and the snowfall, and the wind drift? Much too big for you, or me, or any of us who happen to stand alone or in small groups. It's much too great for any person or any party. Too much loved by all its people. Loved in spite of and because of its faults and virtues and its past mistakes and future promises. America is not a map, a poem, an almanac, a mural, a building in the heart of Washington. It's a territory possessed by people, possessed by an ideal. Well, that's all, listeners. Just wanted to talk between Americans for a half hour of a Sunday evening. No big finish here. No brass section bringing down the curtain. Just a little music to follow a friendly little check. Good night, Americans.
You've just heard Orson Welles talking between Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, Orson Welles has just spoken to you as one American to another. And incidentally, do you remember when Orson mentioned the hundreds of thousands of Americans working in those oil towns and gas stations? Well, those Americans make up a great industry that's a vital part of America, the oil industry. There are about 400,000 gasoline dealers helping traffic flow along the highways, making possible business trips, visits to your friends, the stores and movies, pleasant rides in the country. That's only part of the oil industry's contribution to making the American way of life the grand thing it is. And to keep it that way, to safeguard our way of life, well, the industry's helping there, too. It's supplying fuels and lubricants for factories busy turning out materials for our defense. In addition, the oil industry is supplying all the gas and oil needs of the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And for the vastly augmented Air Force planned in the future, Gulf and other oil companies are building enough 100-octane aviation fuel plants to take care of the increased demand. That's only a glimpse of what the oil industry, of which Gulf is a part, means today to the American people and the American way of life. For next week, we really have a show that'll put you into a great humor. The RKO hit My Life with Caroline, starring those top favorites, William Powell and Ann Sothern, with George Barbier. Music by Oscar Bradley, assisted by Frank Tours. Until then, this is Roger Pryor speaking for your neighborhood good Gulf dealer and saying, good night, everyone.
Orson Welles appeared tonight through the courtesy of Lady Esther and is currently making the magnificent ampersands at RKO. Don't forget our date next week when the Gulf Screen Guild Theater brings you William Powell, Ann Sothern, and George Barbier in My Life with Caroline. Bud Heaston speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, a very powerful and moving program, which will end our episode. We will be back on Monday, and we'll be going most of the time, 7 days a week, starting Monday, as we go through the events of World War II. And we'll begin taking a look at the aftermath of Pearl Harbor and the reaction to it. You'll definitely want to be here on Monday as the war continues. With America's entry to the war, for many people it marked a pretty dramatic shift in priorities. From focusing on what's in it for me to focusing on the greater good of the whole country. How the war changed people's priorities was something that always fascinated Arch Oboler. In February of 1941, he began a new series of plays aired over NBC, called simply Plays for Americans. It was sustaining broadcast, and this is the first episode, Johnny Quinn, United States Navy. So let's go ahead and take a listen from February 1st of 1942.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Plays for Americans by Arch Oboler. As a further contribution to national defense, NBC brings you a limited series of new plays dedicated to people of goodwill everywhere who believe in the inherent dignity of man, who fight together now for life, liberty, and happiness for all. This is a war of men and ideas, and these will be plays of the men and the ideas that make up our America of today. As the first of this series, we bring you the talented Miss Olivia de Havilland in a new play, Johnny Quinn, U.S.N.
I'll tell you of pleasant things. The way your father looked, the way he talked and walked and laughed, and what he thought. Your father was born in a little place called Far Harbor, in a cold little sea-swept town in Maine. He died on a day when the sun was very warm and very bright in a place they call Pearl Harbor. Let me tell you. I think he must have been a very funny little boy, your father. I didn't know him then, of course, but I've seen pictures of him at 7, standing as if he had a board against his back, and his eyes kind of popping out because the collar of his Sunday suit was so very tight around his neck. But I'll tell you something else. Even in that silly old picture, and even though he was a very small boy, there was something in his face that said,
"What's it all about? What's it all about?"
Hey, what'd you say, Johnny?
I said, what's it all about?
About taking your picture, that's what.
Why?
Oh, now you hold still. Blame flash powder. Because your mother told me to make your picture, that's why. Now stop twisting. Look at the birdie.
What birdie?
Oh, stop talking. Steady now, steady.
Why does my mother want my picture?
Oh, for land's sakes. You think these wet plates don't cost money? What do you think she wants your picture? Because mothers are darn... I mean to say because she figures you'll never amount to a darn. So she wants to have a picture to prove you did one thing in your life that you were supposed to do. Stand still for a couple of minutes in front of a camera.
But why does she want me...
Now, Johnny Quinn, you stop asking whys. Just stand there and get your picture took.
Always, yes. Always wanting to know why he had to do things. That was your father at 7. That was your father at 17, when I first met him. High school.
Here, Ann, I guess these are the seats.
6 and 7. I'll go first.
All right, Oliver.
Gee, we're so late. Oh, pardon me. Come on, Ann.
I'm with you. Pardon me.
Excuse me, couldn't we get by there? Beg your pardon. Here, Ann.
Yes.
You here, me here. Oh, gee. Weren't we lucky getting 6 swell seats?
Yes, we were.
Gotta find out what the score is. I wonder if anyone...
7-3 their favor, beginning of second quarter.
Oh, thanks, Bella. I sure appreciate... Oh. Hi, Johnny.
Hi. How about introductions?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Ann Griffith, Johnny Quinn.
Hello.
Glad to meet you. Johnny Quinn. I've heard that name before.
Have you?
Ann, look at the program. That Edgewood bunch sure got the weight on us. Look, here it says...
Wait a minute, Oliver. John, why should I know your name? Are you somebody important?
Ann, look, the program, it says...
Oliver, please don't keep interrupting me. Johnny, I've just gotten back to town. We've been traveling. What do you do at school that's so terribly important?
You better watch the game, man. I'm taboo.
What's that?
Yeah, no touching, no speaking, no seat.
But why?
Look at the scoreboard. There's your answer. The guy won't play football. How do you like that?
Johnny, is that true?
Yeah, sure. What do you keep looking at me like that for?
I don't know.
Will you meet me after the game?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Come on, meet me. I want to talk to you. Yeah, I want to talk to you.
And that was how I met your father. After the game, we met and walked.
Cold?
No. You?
No.
Walking too fast?
No.
Johnny.
Yeah?
You asked me out to walk and talk, but we just walk.
Why talk?
Johnny, why are you so old?
What?
You're not like any of the boys I've ever met. You're not much older than I am. Why do you act so old?
Wind's getting bad. I think we better go.
No, Johnny, no. You've got to tell me. What's the matter? Please tell me. Just walk and tell me.
Tell you what?
Who you are and why.
Well, I'm just Johnny Quinn.
No, please, you know what I mean. Tell me.
Well, my father was what everybody called a swell fella. He never asked questions. Somebody'd come to him for a loan, he'd give it. Sign a note, he'd do it. Buy a drink, he'd buy it. Swell fella, everybody said. But when he got killed when I was 11, they took the house away and everything away. My mother had to go out and do day work. There wasn't enough of that in the little town where we lived, so we came here. She's still working. Yeah, I work, too. I got this afternoon off. I don't want to go to school, but she makes me. I don't play football because I haven't got the time. My father never figured things out, but I'm going to all my life. I got the right to ask questions. I got the right to know why I do anything before I do it. I've got a right to know what's in it for me. That's all there is to it.
That's what your father told me. I've got a right to know what's in it for me. I didn't see him much after that. He went to classes, and right after them, went to work. Didn't have much time for girls. And I didn't have much time for thinking of him, studying and just growing up. But I did think of him every once in a while. His thin, hard face, and the way his jaw was always tight, as if he was expecting life to hit him, and wanted to be ready for it. And then I heard that he'd left school. I didn't see him again for 3 years. We met again at another football game.
3rd down and 5. Quinn substituting for Parkson.
Freddie, who was that they just sent in?
What'd you say?
That substitute, who is he?
Oh, that's Quinn, third-year man for state. Paper said he was hurt. I wish he was. We'd have a chance. As it is now,
Put your glasses, please.
Well, sure, but say, he's not that good-looking. Believe me. Believe me.
Through the glasses, I saw it was Johnny, all right. Johnny Quinn, who said he wouldn't play football. I sent a note down to the dressing room. We met after the game. He looked quite prosperous, and he had a car.
Enjoy the game?
Yes. You're very good, aren't you?
Lucky.
No, good. They were right wanting you to play for them, Edgewood High School.
All that I'd forgotten.
Why did you change your mind, Johnny?
About football?
Yes.
Simple.
Is it?
They pay me, the alumni, tuition and $60 a month.
Oh.
I needed college training. I'm getting it at the price of running a few touchdowns. Where'll we go?
Johnny, I want to ask you something else.
No, wait a minute. You've forgotten.
What?
Me, I'm the question asker. I want to know how you've been and what you've done. How did a skinny girl turn into someone so beautiful?
I want to know about your mother, Johnny. Is she all right?
She died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No reason to be sorry. She lived a hard life.
And you still think you're hard, don't you?
Sure. I'm out for Johnny Quinn.
I don't believe that.
You better start believing it.
I wouldn't like that, Johnny Quinn.
No? Well, that'd be just too bad. Yeah, just too bad.
He said that, your father, to me. His lips said it. But his eyes... We didn't meet again for another year. This time it was at a party.
And now, my dear, I want you to meet a man to remember. He gives no quarter and asks none. Johnny Quinn. Johnny, this is...
I know.
You've met?
Yes, we met.
Well, forgive me. Do forgive me.
How are you, Johnny?
I'm fine. I see you are. So we...
What's the matter?
I just heard myself asking you if you'd like to go off someplace and talk. That's what we always do, isn't it?
Yes.
Look, I got some tickets for a concert. Someone gave them to me. I didn't want to go alone. That's the kind of thing you like, so let's go. Okay? Okay.
It seemed so strange at the time. Your father wanting to go to a concert. And it was Tristan, of all things. But then I knew so much and yet so little of him. We went. We sat high in the balcony. The music. I can hear it now. Love music. But while it played, my eyes kept going to Johnny Quinn. His eyes were closed, and his thin face was at peace. And as I looked at him, his eyes opened, and he looked at me, and he smiled a slow smile, and I loved him. I loved him. And I was afraid of him. Because somehow Johnny Quinn to me was what was wrong with the world. He was the man who had nothing and wanted something and would do anything to get it, no matter whom it hurt. He was the man who had something and to hold on to that something would do anything, no matter whom it hurt. He was Johnny Quinn. And somehow, all at once, I loved him, and I wanted to change him. And that night, he turned his head and spoke to me.
Anne.
Yes?
I tried to find out where you lived.
Did you?
Yes. Anne.
Yes?
Will you marry me?
Johnny.
I said it and I mean it. Will you marry me?
Oh. No. No, Johnny. No. So he asked me to marry him, your father, and I said no. I said no to him. As we left the concert, he was very angry.
Well, put it into words at least. We've walked from 6 to the river, and all you've said is no. I know I haven't had time for a build-up proposing like this, but, well, I'm a sudden guy.
Not for a husband, Johnny.
All right, I've heard that. Put it into words.
Yes. I will. Do you know there's a world outside yourself?
What kind of a question's that?
I'll ask you another. Did you see today's headlines?
Headlines? Sure, of course I did.
What were they?
Why, Chamberlain got back from Munich today.
And what does that mean to you?
Should it mean something?
I'm asking.
All right. So they sold out the little guys. So we'll have peace for a while. So what? That's the way the world is. Big dog eat little dog. So for a while, everything's quiet.
And that's all it means to you?
For Pete's sake, what should it mean?
Well, doesn't the fact that the price of Munich will be that hundreds of thousands of little Czech people, good people, are going to be hurt mean anything to you?
Oh, now, Anne, are we going to start on politics?
Politics? When you use it that way, I'm afraid I don't know what the word means. I'm talking about people.
And I'm talking about us, you and me. What have we got to do with what's happening to foreigners half the world away?
That's just it. Once you said, what's in it for me? I'm asking that question now, Johnny. What's in a marriage for me to a man who thinks of the world as a hunting ground and everybody but himself the prey to be hunted?
No, Anne.
No, let me finish. You haven't known me at all. And I hope that I didn't quite know you as I know you now. The world's too full of people like you, Johnny. People who think they can live apart from the stream of mankind and not eventually pay for it.
I talk of marriage and you stand up on a soapbox.
Oh, Johnny, for the last time, try and understand me. Oh, I know what a terrible thing your childhood was, but you're a man, and you've got to have a man's values now. You're a man in a world of men where all the oldest hatreds and cruelties have come to life. And the fight against those is reality, nothing else. This is a time in a world when you've got to take sides. You're for those things and you shut your ears to persecution, or you're against them and you start in fighting. Which are you for, Johnny?
The same one. Johnny Quinn.
And so I went away. And I didn't see your father or hear from him until a few months later when I got a letter from him. I read it. And at first I couldn't quite believe.
So, there it is, Anne, right on the line. I've joined the Navy. Air Force.
Johnny Quinn? Navy? Air Force? Johnny Quinn a part of something? Johnny Quinn listening to anyone but himself? I couldn't believe it. Until I read the next words.
No, Anne, I haven't got religion. Just being smart. You see, I've figured out that aviation is going to be the ground floor to what you apparently don't care about. Cash in the bank. Since the Navy will pay for my training and a salary besides, well, here I go. Yep. Still dog-eat-dog Johnny. You know, I couldn't quite answer you that night you lit into me. I never was much good at off-the-cuff answers. But maybe I can put it into words right now. What's wrong with the world is not the ones like me who say, this is my life, let the other fella take care of himself. No. What's wrong is your kind. The ones with their heads up in the nice pink clouds. The ones who talk truth and honor and justice and forget the plain fact that the only thing that matters in life is cash in the bank. So it's off I am to a nice, cozy little session at the taxpayer's expense, Anne. When they've taught me all I want to know, I'll be back to call on you. Maybe by that time, you'll be off your little lace-trimmed soapbox and ready to listen to good common sense.
That's what he wrote me, your father. You'll be off your lace-trimmed soapbox. I put the letter away and knew that I had to shut my mind and heart to every future thought of Johnny Quinn. I tried to. And then one day, the doorbell...
Hello, Anne.
Johnny.
I'm cold.
Come in.
Anne,
Your uniform. Very nice.
I wanted to see you very much.
I'm going out.
With me?
No.
Then listen, just a minute. I leave for Hawaii tomorrow.
Hawaii?
The squadron. We're ordered out.
Oh.
Anne, look at me. All the things you talked about, being part of the world and having to do something about it, I sort of believe that now.
Johnny.
Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But you've been in my mind so much, I guess your ideas climbed in, too. Anne, before I go, marry me. Say it, Anne. Marry me. Marry me.
That night, we were married. Your father and I. And the next day he went away. And just before he went, he said something to me.
Well, Anne, it's just a minute.
Yes.
I think I better tell you something.
What?
I may be gone for quite some time. I mean, before I can send for you.
I know that.
It might be some time.
Why do you keep saying that?
Well, because I'm going out there for a purpose. I want to get all I can out of it for myself. Having you out there might slow me up. Oh, Anne, that's just what I want to say. I haven't changed. It's still Johnny Quinn first and then the rest. What I told you yesterday, well, I wanted you so much, I just told you what you wanted to hear, that's all. I wanted you to know that because I wanted to be fair. Well, aren't you going to say something? Anne, the train.
Yes, the train. Get on the train, Johnny Quinn. Get on it and don't ever come back to me. I don't want you. Ever. 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 When I started to tell you all this, my son, I told you I'd talk of pleasant things. This isn't, is it? A woman marries a man for what he says he is. And then he isn't. The train went in a moment, and he went. And then the only memory of him were the letters that began to come. The letters that I didn't believe. And now, December 7th. I'll tell you about that. It was early in the day. The telephone rang. Hello? Hello?
This is long distance. One moment, please.
Who?
Ready with New York. Go ahead, Pearl Harbor. Hello? Is this Mrs. John Quinn?
Yes.
Just a moment. Go ahead, Lieutenant.
Hello? Hello, Anne?
Yes?
How are you, Anne?
All right. You?
Well, that's why I phoned you.
Johnny, you're all right.
Oh, sure, but my letters. Anne, you never... Well, gosh, tonight I just couldn't sleep. I just had to talk to you. Anne, I'm not going to tell you how much I love you. I do, but there's something else I want to say very much. In all these months I've been stationed out here, the Navy... I mean the men. Anne, I want to tell you...
Johnny? Johnny? Hello, Johnny? Operator, we're cut off. I was talking to Hawaii, someplace in Hawaii. Pearl Harbor.
Sorry, the line's been temporarily disconnected. Sorry, the line's been temporarily disconnected.
I hung up the phone. I sat there. I waited. He'd call me back. He'd tell me what he started to tell me. I waited. He didn't call. The hours went by. He didn't call. And then a radio across the hall.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? What of Pearl Harbor?
Japanese treacherously attacked Pearl Harbor.
Attack? Pearl Harbor. Johnny, I went back to the telephone. He'd call. He must call. He never did. But let me tell you what he did do, son. On that December 7th. The enemy, while talking peace and friendship, suddenly began to bomb and burn. And Lieutenant Quinn took off in his plane and went up high into the air and saw a formation of enemy bombers down below and dove down through the sky and crashed the enemy. and died. Just that, my son. The enemy, one plane, and Johnny Quinn. Men have a word for that. Heroism. Before this war is won, there'll be other wives and mothers to cry for and be proud of that word. But your father's dying was a special thing, because what he did was how he told me what he wanted me to know.
Ann, I want to tell you. Ann, I want to tell you.
Sorry, the line's disconnected. Sorry, the line's disconnected.
I know what Johnny wanted to say. I know it as clearly as if I'd been right there next to him, that moment before he turned the plane down toward the sea.
Ann, let me tell you what I've got to tell you. They broke the phone connection, didn't they? Well, no matter. Now I can say it. All my life, I thought it was just Johnny Quinn against the rest. And what I got was mine, no matter how I got it. And then I got you that way, and didn't have you. And then I joined the Navy, and didn't have that either. But why, I asked myself, why? I'm smarter than the rest. Why should they who have nothing have something? And I take what I want and never have it. And then I got out here and met the men of this squadron. My squadron. The way they talked and flew. And all the big and little things they did day in and day out. Suddenly I saw they weren't out of step. I was. Me, wise guy Johnny Quinn. For they were giving something all the time, and I was taking. That was the difference. But why were they giving? I tried to find that out. What percentage was in it, this giving business? Yes, what was in it that they should give and take a punch at anyone who asked what they were getting for it? And then I thought of you, Ann, and all your words I'd laughed at, hadn't listened to, hadn't understood. And suddenly, as quick as the dive I'm going to take now, I understood it all. You were part of a world, and they were part of a world. The world of all the people willing to die for something bigger than themselves. Yes, you were all in step with every man and woman and kid who'd ever stood up under the whip, or charged across a no-man's land, or died in a concentration camp, or hung upon a cross. Yes, you believed something bigger than the world itself. You believed that every man who stood up for the right to be a man was your brother. That every woman who spoke for freedom for her children was your sister. That every child born under God's son was your child. Remember? Which side are you on, Johnny Quinn, you said? The side of those who hide and say, let me alone, the fight's the other fellas to win for me? The side of stabbing in the back and slow starvation for the children and the gangsters standing on the backs of all the little peoples? No, Ann, not that side. Your side. The side of dying, maybe, but living in that dying. Your side, Ann. Yours, 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 yours.
So, my son, I've told you of your father. The way he walked and talked, and even what he thought. That's all there is to say.
Why, Mrs. Quinn, are you still awake?
Yes.
And whom were you talking to?
My son.
Oh, don't you think you'd better wait until tomorrow, when he's born?
Yes.
Well, good night. Sleep well.
Good night. Good night, my son. Good night, Johnny Quinn.
You have just heard Miss Olivia de Havilland in Johnny Quinn, U.S.N., the first of a limited series of new radio plays by Arch Oboler. The National Broadcasting Company brings you these dramas as a further contribution to national defense. Mr. Havilland appeared through the courtesy of Warner Brothers and the Hollywood Victory Committee for Stage, Screen, and Radio. With Mr. Havilland was Alfred Ryder. The original music was composed by Dr. Frank Black, who conducted the orchestra.
Welcome back. And no doubt there were other soldiers and sailors like Johnny Quinn, whose lives and values were reshaped by the war. Well, that will do it for today. The war had a great impact on dramatic radio shows. It definitely played into plots. In some cases, because of actors being drafted, it led to casting changes. But the war had a strong impact. Radio was, at the time, filled with a lot of rural sitcoms. Stories set in small-town America. Whether it was Wistful Vista or Pine Ridge, these shows were quite popular, and yes, the war impacted even there. In the 1960s, rural programs such as The Andy Griffith Show and Green Acres avoided the issue of what was going on in Vietnam. But during World War II, the war couldn't help but play a big role. In some cases, there were great patriotic appeals. In others, the shows just simply chose to do what it could to build and maintain morale on the home front without any very strong messages. We're going to take a look over the next few days at programs that were favorites and how they dealt with and went to war. We're not going to touch on every single possible program. There are just far too many, but I think this will give us some good sampling. So, here now from December 9th of 1941 is an episode of Fibber, McGee, and Molly, their first after Pearl Harbor.
NBC will be on the air with the latest war news at the beginning of every program, day and night. The British radio, heard by NBC, reports that the Sultan of one of the little Malay states has handed control of his country right over to the British to make it easier to repel the Japanese. A British advisor will sit with the Sultan of Kelantan from now until the war is all over. The United Press from New York. The United States has banned Germans, Austrians, and Italians from American citizenship until further notice. Judge Marcus Campbell in Brooklyn Federal Court turned down a list of applicants. The court clerk said the instructions were received from the Attorney General's office. The United Press from La Paz, Bolivia. The Bolivian cabinet has decided to adhere to any joint action by American nations. The cabinet adopted a 4-point program reaffirming pledges made at the Panama and the Havana conferences. The United Press from Vichy. British planes have blasted the German-occupied French port of Calais in the most savage raid on that city in months. 37 civilians were killed, 20 were seriously wounded, many homes were destroyed. The Associated Press from Manila. A number of new fire stations have been opened up today in thickly settled parts of Manila. All firemen are equipped with steel helmets and gas masks. All civilians are being evacuated from areas near American military installations. We thank the sponsor of this program for relinquishing a portion of his time in order that you might hear the latest news from the NBC newsroom.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber, McGee, and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with songs by Martha Tilton and the King's Men and music by Billy Mills. The show opens with Don't Ever Leave Me. We have just received this message for our listeners in a telegram from the president of S.C. Johnson & Son, Incorporated, our sponsor. In these serious days, there can be no division of opinion. The United States is at war, and we are all ready and eager to do our part. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Glow Coat believe it is in the public interest to continue programs as entertaining as Fibber, McGee, and Molly. They have a place in national morale. So you can continue to hear Fibber, McGee, and Molly and still be in touch with latest developments. We have asked the National Broadcasting Company to feel free at any time to cut into our programs with important news flashes and announcements. Signed, H.F. Johnson, Jr. Well, there's an old saying to the effect that the female is more deadly than the male. But around the first of the month, the male can be pretty deadly, too. And here at 79 Wistful Vista, the postman has just left a stack of stuff, which on the breakfast table reaches halfway up the coffee pot. And it's all for Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Heavenly days, McGee. Look at these bills.
You look at them. I got a letter from my cousin Ick.
Ick?
Yeah, you know. Ichabod McGee.
Oh, sure. He was the black sheep of your family, wasn't he?
Yeah, complete no good. Ran away when he was 16.
Oh?
Bummed around the country and started gambling. Won a few $100 and squandered the whole roll on a few acres of scrub farmland and then carelessly discovered oil on it. Worthless little pup is now worth $4 million.
Your own brother?
Unfortunately, he ain't my own brother anymore. We disowned him in 1926.
No, before he discovered the oil, no doubt. Well, what's he say in his letter?
He says, Dear Brother Fibber. Bah! Signed Ick, the black sheep. I guess Ick ain't in any mood to make up.
Well, I, for one, won't chase after him just because he has money.
No, me either. Wonder how I could get him to chase after me. Hey, what's this postcard?
Well, how should I know? It's addressed to you, and I never read your mail. Anyway, it's just an advertisement.
Hey, it isn't either just an advertisement. It's from the Wistful Vista Wholesale Outlet Store. It says, You have been recommended and selected as one of a small list of patrons to whom we extend the privilege of purchasing standard merchandise at a 40% discount.
Oh,
boy. This card will be your identification, not transferable. Yours very truly, signed, Paul, your pal Peters.
Oh. Say, I didn't know you had a Paul named Pal Peters. Who is he? And why should he give you 40% discount on anything?
Oh, they just do that for a few prominent citizens, for the goodwill. You see, Molly, if they...
Oh, come in.
Hi, babe. Hello, Skimp.
Hello, Mr. Mills.
Hi, Billy. What's troubling your pretty little bald head today? You know anything about radio, Skimp? Who, me? I'll say I do.
Why, sure he does, Mr. Mills. He fixed ours yesterday.
Yeah.
Now all we have to do to get KPMO is turn the dial to WTL and kick it 3 times.
Why'd you ask, William? I wanted to get my sister a radio for Christmas.
Say, I thought you got her a new one a couple of years ago, Billy.
Well, I did, but it's worn out.
Oh.
She can't get Ed Wynn on it anymore. Well, if you want... Hey, look. I can get you a radio wholesale, Billy. 40% off. How much you want to sink into it? Oh, about $50.
Oh, well, you want one that'll play records?
No, my sister hasn't got any records. You leave the whole thing to me, Billy. Tell Santa Claus it's in the bag. You mean you can get me a $50 radio for 30, Skimp? Absolutely. Save you 20 smackers. So if you were thinking of getting me some little inexpensive thing for Christmas, you can do a little better now. Hey, wait a minute, Skimp. How come you get 40% off on radios? What do you mean on radios? I get 40% off on anything. I got connections. I know people in the right places.
Oh, sure. Don't you forget, Mr. Mills. McGee is a prominent citizen.
You betcha.
Stand up, dearie, and show Billy how prominent you really are.
Well, I'm certainly obliged, Skimp. Want the 30 frog skins now? No. Wait till you get the radio.
Will you sit down and have a cup of coffee, Billy?
No, thanks, babe. Coffee makes me sleepy. Makes you sleepy? That's funny. Keeps most people awake. Not me. I never drank it. So long. There's a great actor lost in that guy.
And I doubt if they ever find him. Are you going downtown to get his radio right away, McGee?
Yeah, I think so. Might want to pick up a few things myself. After all, I haven't got your electric waffle iron. Ooh! I haven't got your Christmas present yet.
Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. But you can get that later, McGee. I'll go with you today so we can...
Oh, dear. Come in.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Uppington.
How do you do, my dear? And Mr. McGee.
Hi, Uppy.
I was just going downtown to select a new floor lamp, Mrs. McGee. Would you care to go along?
Well, now.
Hey, wait a minute, Uppy. Don't go throwing your dough away now. Let me handle this for you. I can get 40% off on any merchandise.
Now, wait a minute, McGee.
How much you want to pay for a floor lamp, Uppy?
Mr. McGee, when I want something, I am not one to count the cost.
Oh.
With me, money is no object whatsoever. I want the best, and I'm perfectly willing to pay for it. But if possible, try and keep it under $7.
Catch on, McGee? Be as reckless as you like, as long as you're careful. What kind of a lamp do you want, Abigail?
Well, my dear, I rather had in mind one with a marble and bronze base, a fluted gold leaf column, a cluster of 5 bulbs with an indirect fixture at the top, a large beige monk's cloth shade, perhaps surmounted by a small jade ornament.
Yeah. You had that in mind for $7?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Would you go to $8.50 if it had Melvin Douglas shinnying up the post to turn it on for you?
As long as you can get it wholesale, Mr. McGee, you may even go as high as $10 if necessary.
Oh.
Now, that would amount to $6, I believe, with a discount.
Yeah. And if I see a nice pair of pliers for about 2 bits, you want those too, Uppy?
Why should she want a pair of pliers, McGee?
Well, I hate to see anybody pinching pennies like this with their bare hands.
Oh, Mr. McGee, you are so amusing, really.
I kill me, too.
Oh, he's a card, Abigail.
That's what I tell everyone, my dear. I always say Mr. McGee is simply a card.
Oh, shucks.
An ace with a short A. Thank you so much. Good night.
The King's Men singing Chul.
La 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 la. Who said a woodchuck would? Would he chuck another woodchuck's wood? If a woodchuck could chuck, he'd chuck good. Pookadiddle-lollaboo, so real. Choo, choo, choo-lie-roo. Choo-lie-chagarack, choo-la-barbacoo. Every time I see silly by the wheel, pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. Ooh-lie-roo. Choo-lie-chagarack, choo-la-barbacoo. Every time I see silly by the wheel, pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. The tune is teasy, so cool and breezy. Just take it easy. Choo, choo, choo-lie-roo. Choo-lie-chagarack, choo-la-barbacoo. Every time I see silly by the wheel, pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. I met with a gal and her name was Vasily. Side of her, side Vasily, won't you be less chilly? You should have seen the change come over that filly. Pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. Choo, choo, choo-lie-roo. Choo-lie-chagarack, choo-la-barbacoo. Every time I see Vasily by the wheel, pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. On some police pan met a biddle-um, sitting on a stirp cone chewing gubba-rum. Woo! Said the police pan, won't you see me gum? Pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow, real. No rhyme nor reason, but kind of pleasing, always in season. Choo, choo, choo-lie-roo, choo-lie-chagarack, choo-la-barbacoo. Last time I saw Vasily by the wheel, pookadiddle is a riddle with a fiddle in the middle, took a diller in a bag of feather hay. Sure, 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 how silly it makes you feel, pookadiddle-lollaboo, slow reel. Never get a better with a diller in a bag of feather
Well, are we going downtown to that wholesale house or not, dearie?
Choo, 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 sure. Just as soon as I ride down this memorandum. Now, let's see. I'll get it. Hello? Yeah, this is him speaking. Oh, hi, Mort. Yeah. Huh? No, I never shoot craps much, Mort. Pinocchles, Mort. Huh? Oh, trap shooting. I thought you were talking baby talk. Well, I'd get a 12-gauge shotgun if I was you, Mort. That's the best. Hey, wait a minute, Mort. I can get you one wholesale.
Oh, dear. Here we go again.
Oh, what say, Mort? Sure, 40% off. Okay, you just leave it to me, Mort. You betcha. Okay, Mort. Goodbye, Mort. Huh.
I never saw you act as a middleman before, McGee, but, man, you're sure putting yourself in the middle.
Oh, well, what's one more little item? Put that down on the list, Molly. 12-gauge shotgun, automatic full choke.
Full what?
Choke.
What does he do, shoot things and then strangle them?
Oh, choke means the barrel is kind of made smaller at the end. Now, let's see. 1 radio, 1 lamp, 1 shotgun.
One wonders.
One wonders what?
One wonders what one's getting into.
Okay. Laugh if you want it, but 40% off ain't anything to sneer at.
Who's laughing?
Doesn't mean. Hey, I wonder if I could get a Cocker Spaniel down there.
Why buy one there?
Well, they say a bargain dog never bites. Won't you get it, Molly? 40% off? Bargain dog?
It ain't funny, McGee.
I should have made it a Chihuahua.
Hey, Fibber, Molly.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Can't stop to talk to you now, Harlow. Got to go downtown.
Anytime you can't stop talk to him, dearie, you'd better go downtown and look for a job.
Oh, well, all right. What do you want, Harlow?
Look at this swell box of cigars. Would this make a nice gift, or wouldn't it?
Say, them are pretty snarky stogies, Harlow. 25 centers. I could tell more about them if I...
Hey! Put those back. These are for a gift.
Is it somebody special, Mr. Wilcox?
I'll say, Mom. It's more of a prize than a gift, really. I'm presenting them to the man who coined the slogan, "Your linoleum will be your pride if Johnson's Glow Coat is applied."
Oh, were you having a contest?
Well, no, not exactly, but I thought it was pretty good. You see, it implies the whole story of Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Get this, folks. It's the stuff that keeps Wilcox working, you waiting, and us eating.
I'm serious, Fibber.
I'm kidding?
That slogan almost tells the whole story of Glow Coat. How easy it is to apply, how it dries to a beautiful finish in 20 minutes or less, with no rubbing or buffing, and how it keeps your linoleum from cracking, checking, fading, and soiling. It saves your nickels and saves your knuckles, and your linoleum never cracks and buckles.
Oh. Well, I think it's well worth a box of cigars for that slogan, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah. Who's the smart smoker that donated that little hunk of poetic promotion, Harlow?
Me?
You?
You?
Yep. Thought of it coming down the street and bought myself a box of cigars as a reward. Oh. Well, it won't keep you any longer, folks. Go on.
Boy, does he appreciate him.
You know, I think it's wonderful, McGee, how he keeps so interested in his job.
Yeah, it'd be all right if he kept his enthusiasm to himself, but he's got Billy Mills doing it, too.
How do you mean?
Well, I saw Billy out with a gal the other night, and was he pouring it on and spreading it around?
Come in.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, McGee.
Oh, Mayor Latrivia, how do you do, I'm sure?
Well, what can we do for you that won't take long, Latrivia?
Oh, nothing, thank you. I was just taking a walk and thought I'd drop in a moment.
Oh.
As mayor, you know, I like to walk around the city and mingle with the common citizens, sort of like Harun al-Rashid.
Oh, yes. Who's he?
Harun al-Rashid was an Oriental potentate in the Arabian Nights, McGee.
Oh, he was, eh? And what did this Oriental potato do, Latrivia?
Oh, he mixed with the people and listened to what they were saying so he'd know what was going on among the populace. Didn't you ever read the Arabian Nights?
Why, of course not. McGee can't read Arabian.
Anyway, by the time I get through reading Bringing Up Father and Flash Gordon and Smokey Stover, I'm all wore out.
Very amusing. In a pathetic sort of way. By the way, do you know where I can buy a large globe of the world for my office?
Why, sure, Latrivia. I can get you one wholesale. How much you want to pay for a good globe?
Oh, it doesn't matter much, McGee. As long as I get a good one. Things are happening so fast these days, I like to keep informed.
You want a globe with Japan on it, Mr. Mayor?
Why, certainly.
Well, then you better get one quick.
Yeah, you leave it to me, Latrivia. I'll see that you get a good one cheap. I got connections.
Splendid. Thank you very much. I'll try to return the favor sometime.
Hey, how about that job in the city hall you promised me?
Oh, did the mayor promise you a job, dearie?
Well, practically. He says he was looking for a smart, level-headed man to look in on the higher-ups in the interests of clean government.
Oh, Oh, yes, the window washing job. Yes. Oh, that's been filled, McGee. Good day.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayor.
Window washing job. Who does he think I am?
He thinks you're the man who wanted the window washing job. Let me take that shopping list again, McGee.
Yeah.
Now, what have we? A radio, a floor lamp, a globe, and a shotgun.
Yeah.
Ah, civilization in a nutshell. How are we going to get all this stuff home?
Oh, I imagine they'll deliver it to the different people for us.
Well, if they don't, we can stick up a truck driver with a shotgun.
Yeah. Or I could bop him with the floor lamp and run off with the globe.
McGee, look who's here, Mr. Wimple. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hi, Wimp, old man.
Hello there, folks. Excuse me for walking right in, but my goodness, I haven't seen you for simply weeks. I suppose that's because it's been so rotten out.
No, it's because you've been so written out.
Oh, Mrs. McGee, I just love a woman who has a sense of humor.
Oh, I love this one myself, Wimple. You go get one of your own.
Hasn't your wife any sense of humor, Mr. Wimple?
Who, Sweetie Face? Well, yes, in a way she has, Mrs. McGee. But she's more of a practical joker, you might say.
Oh, one of those.
Yes. I'll never forget the time we were mountain climbing, and she held me over the edge of a cliff by my coat collar.
Oh, yeah, but you knew she wouldn't drop you, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, of course I knew it, Mrs. McGee. Certainly wasn't her fault that she got bit by a snake just at that minute and had to let go.
Oh, heavenly days, Mr. Wimple. How far did you fall?
Only a few feet, Mrs. McGee. Fortunately, my pants caught on a bush, and there I was, looking down into a 400-foot canyon, screaming for help and taking pictures like mad with my 2A Brownie.
How about the wife, Wimple? Was the snake bite serious?
Oh, indeed it was, Mr. McGee. Oh. Death came within 5 minutes, and Sweetie Face skinned it for a hat band. We often think back to that day and have a hearty laugh. At least I think back and she laughs.
Have you got your Christmas shopping done yet, Mr. Wimple?
No, I still have to get a pair of dumbbells with her initials on to give Sweetie Face.
Oh, with a card reading Merry Christmas from the three of us? Hey, I'll buy some for you, Wimple. I can get you some dumbbells wholesale. 40% off.
I wish we had some music with this merry-go-round.
Well, I'd certainly appreciate it, Mr. McGee. A bargain really appeals to me these days.
Yeah, a guy gets kind of short around Christmas, doesn't he, Wimp?
Oh, indeed he does. I was looking at my dime bank this morning, and it's practically empty.
Oh, did you shake it real hard?
I didn't have to, Mrs. McGee. Sweetie Face caught me looking at it, and she shook both of us. Well, thank you ever so much, Mr. McGee, and do drop over some night. I've told Sweetie Face all about you, and I'm sure she doesn't hate you as much as she says. Goodbye.
What a life he must lead me. Oh, look at the time it is, McGee.
Oh, my gosh. We got to get going before that store closes. Get your hat, Molly.
I'm all ready. Get your own hat. You got the list of things?
Sure, right here.
How about the checkbook?
Oh, my checkbook. Oh, my... Oh, where's my checkbook? Oh, I remember.
Where is it?
Right here in the hall closet.
Oh.
Got to straighten out that closet one of these days.
Martha Tilton singing The Last Time I Saw Paris.
The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last time I saw Paris, her trees were dressed for spring, and lovers walked beneath those trees, and birds found songs to sing. I dodged the same old taxi cabs that I had dodged for years. The chorus of their squeaky horns was music to my my ears. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her that way. I think of happy hours and people who shared them. Old women selling flowers in markets at dawn. Children who applauded Punch and Judy in the park, and those who danced at night and kept their Paris dry. Then the town went dark. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her that
The scene, 79 Wistful Vista. The time, 3 hours later.
Oh, home again, thank goodness. What a horrible expedition. You and your 40% off. I think I'll run upstairs and take off about 40% myself. 50 including my shoes.
Yeah. I'm kind of tired, too. Hey, imagine that guy charging me $5 apiece to deliver all them things.
Yeah, and then you didn't get one single item you really wanted.
No, I couldn't help it. It was so dark in that store, I couldn't see what I was buying.
Did you hear what he said about exchanging merchandise?
Well, you can't blame him for that, Molly. With a big discount like that, he can't afford to keep taking stuff back.
How much did all those things cost?
Ooh, $73. Oh, but I'll get that back now, Molly, soon.
You answered, McGee. I couldn't lift the receiver for a bankrupt birdhouse.
Okay. Hello? Oh, hi, Mort. Did you get the shotgun? Wasn't it? Uh-huh. Oh, now take it easy, Mort. That gun is a genuine antique. Yeah, but he said... Oh, but look, Mort... Now, don't get excited. That shotgun was used by Daniel Boone at the Battle of Bull Durham. Bull Fiddle. Well, some kind of bull. But that rabbit, Mort, I done my best. Hold it, Mort. There's somebody at the door. See who's there with him, Molly.
Come in.
Now, see here, McGee. What's the idea of sending me that dirty little 5-inch globe when I asked for a great
hello, Mort. Hold the line a minute. What'd you say, Latrivia?
He doesn't like the globe you bought him, dearie, oddly enough.
I certainly don't. I wanted a large-sized globe, and you send me a ridiculous little 5-inch one.
Well, it's a small world, ain't it, Latrivia?
By George, McGee, if you don't...
Excuse me, Latrivia. I'm talking to a guy on the phone. Now, look, Mort, I'm sorry I couldn't exactly get you a modern shotgun, but gee whiz, when you get 40% off...
McGee, what on earth did you think you were...
Be with you in a minute, Uppy. I'm on the phone.
Won't you sit down, Abigail, and Mr. Mayor, sit
Thank
down.
you, no. I want to speak to that husband of yours.
So do I.
It's unanimous.
Yeah, but look, Mort, I went to a lot of trouble buying you that shotgun, and if you don't appreciate...
Mr. McGee, talk to that person later. I want to speak to you about that repulsive lamp you sent me.
You think that's repulsive? If you could see the globe he sent me...
Now, let's all take it easy.
But, Mort, you don't get the idea. That gun I bought you was a genuine antique. Well, what if you can't shoot with it? Hang it over the fireplace and let the kids...
Hey, Skip, you call that thing you sent me a radio?
You too, Mr. Mills?
Get off that phone, McGee. We want to talk to you.
Indeed we do.
Now, just a minute, folks. Be right with you. Now, listen to reason,
What's
Mort.
wrong with your lamp, Abigail?
What was wrong? The shade doesn't fit. 2 sockets were broken.
You ought to see my radio, babe. Crystal set with a Morning Glory horn and headphones.
How about my globe? My globe. It's so old it shows New York as Indian territory.
Well, it still is. I've seen some scalpers around Times Square.
But Mort... You don't see my side of it, Mort. All I done was...
I wish you could see my lamp.
And my radio.
Let's have one complaint at a time here.
Yes. Let's all be calm.
All right, Mort. Okay, Mort, if that's the way you feel about it.
Oh, Mr. McGee, about those dumbbells.
What dumbbells?
Are you referring to us, Mr. Wimple?
If he is, he's the smartest guy in the room.
All right, Mort. Okay, Mort, if you feel that way, there's nothing... Hello? Okay, folks, now just take it easy. What is all this?
That radio globe you sent me for $9.
Quiet, everybody.
Now,
Quiet,
let's
please.
consider this calmly, folks. Take your time.
Hey,
the
Fibber,
reason...
Molly.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Now what?
Gee, I'm glad everybody's here.
Why, Mr. Wilcox? Wilcox?
Because I've got great news. See me before you do any shopping.
Huh?
I know a place where I can get 40%. Ladies and gentlemen, we know everyone is anxiously awaiting the words of President Roosevelt. In the meantime, the makers of Johnson's Wax have this message for you. America has answered the treacherous attack of the Japanese by declaring war to the victorious end. To ensure our victory, we must turn our dollars into guns and our dimes into bullets. Buy United States defense bonds and stamps at your bank, post office, or savings and loan association. Get them from your newspaper carrier boy or your retail dealer. If you live in Canada, buy Canadian War Savings Certificates or Victory Bonds. Don't delay. Act now.
Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Finishes for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
This is Chicago WMAQ.
Welcome back. This episode definitely portrays outrage at what happened at Pearl Harbor, but that the war had not really hit close to home for Fibber, McGee, and Molly. It definitely would as it wore on. We'll definitely head back to Wistful Vista. Join us tomorrow as war comes to Summerfield in an episode of The Great Gildersleeve. Well, we continue our look at programs, in particular, popular radio comedies, responding to the coming of the war. We already played an episode of The Great Gildersleeve around Thanksgiving, and this episode comes from December the 14th, 1941, as we take a look as war comes to Summerfield in Selling the Iron Deer.
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. From Hollywood, California, Kraft presents Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by Leonard L. Levinson. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, maybe some of us accept progress without giving it much thought. Why, nowadays, most people take the wonders of radio and the airplane for granted. Yet, when you stop and think, these modern developments are really astounding. And, of course, there's been a lot of progress in foods, too. Take margarine, for example. Modern margarine like Parquet, the margarine made by Kraft. Why, people who haven't tasted margarine for a long time are amazed when they discover how deliciously good Parquet tastes. That's because Parquet margarine isn't just an ordinary margarine. It's as different from old-time margarine as the modern automobile is from the horseless carriage. You see, Parquet margarine is outstanding because of the rich delicacy of its flavor. Also because it's an economical source of food values your whole family needs. Yes, unlike old-time margarine, Parquet margarine contains important vitamin A, 9,000 units in every pound. Besides that, Parquet margarine is about as nourishing and wholesome an energy food as you could serve. So don't put it off. Try this delicious modern margarine tomorrow. Remember, it's Parquet. P-A-R-K-A-Y. And now let's visit our friend, the Great Gildersleeve.
Laundry for month of November, $24.32.
I never saw such a clean family in my life. Groceries for the month, $103. We're such a hungry family, either. Gas, water, and... oh, hello, Leroy. Light for the month amounted to what is it, Leroy?
Gee, Uncle Mort, I just hate to mention this to you.
Well, Leroy, if you hate it so much, don't do it, especially if it's about money.
How did you know, Unc?
You combed your hair, put on a tie, and tucked in your shirt. Anytime I see so much change in you, it means a little more change out of me.
Oh, but Unc, with Christmas practically here, I'm a little shy.
It's shy? You don't seem very shy to me.
I'm embarrassed. Financially embarrassed.
Yes. What about all those Christmas presents you were making in your manual training and handcraft classes in school?
Oh, all my plans went haywire.
Yeah?
Gee, I made a keen smoking stand for you, Uncle Mort.
Well.
Only I could never get the legs even. Gosh, I must have sawed them 30 times.
Well.
Say, Unc, you'd just as soon have a footstool, wouldn't you?
Yes, of course.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, I fixed all your favorite things to eat for lunch. Is there anything special you might be wishing for in addition?
Yes, Bertie. Quit stuffing me just so you can hit me for another advance on your salary.
Why, Mr. Gildersleeve, you positively can read my mind even before I mix it up.
Bertie, I can't let you have any more advances. Your salary is so overdrawn right now that it needs a blood transfusion.
But I don't mean my January salary. I just want to nibble into February.
Bertie, you've eaten halfway through March already.
That's bad. But I made some powerful miscalculations in my Christmas figures. I added up 2 zeros, and all the time there should have been an 8.
Well, I'm having enough trouble with my own bookkeeping. By George, I wish I had the bookkeeper here that I had at my girdle works. He was a wizard with figures.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello, Marjorie.
Oh, say, Uncle Mort, speaking of figures, my checking account is all in a mess. I'm going to need $50 more for my Christmas shopping.
No, see here, all of you. There won't be any more money available in this household till the first of the month.
Why? Well, what happened?
Well, last Monday I rushed down to the bank and put all our money into defense bonds and stamps.
Oh, that's glad you did.
Yes, I'm afraid I overdid a little bit, though. I gave them all our ready cash.
Well, Uncle Mort, what have you been using for spending money since?
Well, Marjorie, do you remember my collection of rare buffalo nickels?
Yes.
Well, they've gone the way of the buffalo. But I don't mind, though. I want to do everything I can to help.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm all riled up myself. I want to join the Japanese army.
Just what?
Why, Bertie, what do you mean?
Well, I'd like to cook for them people for just one day, that's all.
Yes, Bertie, I see what you mean. Anyway, we won't mind skipping a few things this Christmas, will we, children? After all, half of what we buy each other always winds up in the storeroom anyway. Say, I've got an idea.
Yes, Uncle Mort?
Let's see what we can sell out of that storeroom, huh?
Of course, I never thought of that. Come on, let's look now.
Yeah, come on, everybody, come on.
Must be a million things in here.
Yeah. What'd I tell you? Look.
Oh, look. Maybe I can sell that old dress for her.
But you done promised that to me, Miss Maud.
Oh, isn't that dress form a little little for you, Bertie?
No, sir. I just measures everything on that, and then I multiply by 3, and that's me.
Yes, I see. Well, Leroy, you've certainly outgrown that old scooter of yours there.
Yeah, but I need the wheels to make a wagon. You know how things are these days. A man can't go around wasting rubber.
Yeah.
Say, how about selling buck?
Buck?
Yes, that's what we call the iron deer in the corner.
Oh, that?
Used to stand out on the lawn. Yeah, until one Christmas Eve when Grandpa thought he was Santa Claus and tried to ride it home all night long.
There's a powerful lot of iron in that animal. It ought to be worth some money. Ain't scrap iron valuable when a country's scrapping?
Yes, sir, I think we can get a little dough out of that deer. I'll tell you what we'll do. If any of you can sell it, you can keep the proceeds.
Me too, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, of course, Bertie. However, I'll deduct the money out of your April wages.
Hey, I'd better get busy. Maybe this will be the beginning of my entire business career.
Yeah.
Salvage and Scrap Company that buys anything from a safety pin to a second-hand skyscraper?
That's me.
Mr. Skinner, I got a big business deal for you. What are you paying for scrap iron these days?
80 cents a hundred. How much you got?
Oh, plenty. You better come out and see me. 747 Parkside Avenue.
Okay, who's just talking?
Just ask for Mr. Leroy Forrester. And remember, don't buy it from anybody else. Hot dog. Now I'll get the money to buy Marjorie that swell chemistry set I like so much for Christmas.
Yes, this is the Summerfield Ironworks, Stokes speaking.
This is Marjorie Forrester.
Oh, how can I be of service, Miss Forrester? It is Miss Forrester, isn't it?
Yes. I want to know if your company is interested in purchasing a quantity of used iron.
Why, yes, we are. In what form is this iron?
Really? It's a little dear.
Oh, we won't quibble about prices, Miss Forrester.
No, you don't understand, silly. It's an iron dear.
An electric iron, darling?
No. An iron dear. Dear. A farm's husband. Better let the buyer come out and see for himself.
A buyer? Why, I'd like to see what the little dear looks like myself. And I'd like to come face to face with that lovely voice of yours.
Really, Mr. Phelps? You're a fast worker. Now, oh, dear, no, I've got to go to the hair appointment now. Oh, what am I saying? Come out about 12:30, Mr. Phelps. Goodbye.
Hello? Is this Josephus Bush, the presiding potentate of the excruciating orders of the sons of Pharaoh? And you's otherwise known as Joe the Jumpman. Well, this is Bertie Lee Coggins of the Sister Lodge, the mysterious and bewildering order of the Daughters of Cleopatra. Greetings from the grand exhausted ruler of the pyramid. Yeah, brother, that's me. Potentate, you know whereabouts I work on Parkside Avenue? Well, hitch your horse to the wagon and trot right up here. I'll sell you a piece of junk that's really a piece of high-class junk. What is it? Well, I don't know for sure, but it's something in the shape of a mule, only it's got his head stuck in a hat rack.
Leroy, can't you sit still a moment? You've been running to the door like a strip of hall carpet.
Well, it's on account I'm waiting for Mr. Skinner.
Skinner, what does he do?
He buys anything from a safety pin to a second-hand skyscraper. I'm going to sell him buck.
Well, how much is he going to pay you?
80 cents a 100 pounds, and that deer must weigh a couple of 1,000 pounds at least.
Oh, no, Leroy. You'll be lucky if it weighs 200 pounds.
Oh, but it looks heavier than you, Uncle Morton. You must weigh over...
Never mind what I weigh over, Leroy. Don't forget that deer's hollow, and I'm not.
No, you're not, but he's got horns and you haven't.
But I wear shoes and he doesn't.
Yes, you're right, then all that'll be between $1.50 and $2.
Leroy, we really ought to try to get a better price. Have you called any other junk dealer to bid against your Mr. Skinner?
No, I haven't.
Well, if you had, wait a minute. I know how we can get a decent sum for our cast iron cast-off.
How, Unc?
Competition is the spice of the pudding, my boy. And if Mr. Skinner had a little competition...
I know. You're going to pretend you're another junk man, aren't you, Uncle Mort?
Oh, you went and guessed it.
But Mr. Skinner won't. He's a regular super-duper of a scheme.
You think so? Well, let's try it then. You just introduce me by some other name, some pseudonym, and I'll keep boosting the price up for you.
It'll look fishy unless you put on a hat and coat. You better get old ones.
Oh, yes.
Oh, darn, I bet that's him now.
Skinner? Well, I find an old overcoat and hat. Tell me quickly, Roy.
Right there in the storeroom.
Oh, yes. Sure. Yeah, I better get in something for Leroy comes back with that real junk man. Here's something I've always wanted to wear.
Now, let me get this all clear, kid. Are you sure that you're Mr. Leroy Forrester?
Of course, Mr. Skinner.
Well, then who's this fat gent here with the derby hat and the old army overcoat?
Oh, boy.
What's so funny, young man?
Nothing. Oh. Mr. Skinner, this is another junk dealer, Mr. Pseudonym.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Hey, what kind of a junk man are you, giving out with a pleased to meet you, sir? And say, I never heard of no local dealer with a name like Studenheim. Are you a member of the JMCA?
No, however, I am a member of the YMCA.
I mean the Junk and Metal Collectors Association.
Oh.
Are you sure you're a legitimate junk man? You sure don't talk like one.
Oh, well, that's because I come from Boston. We talk stiff way up that way. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Only one thing. Kind of watch your step around this town. Get it?
Yes, got it.
Say, how much will you give me for this swell iron deer, huh?
Well, where's the rest of the scrap you want to sell?
That's all there is, isn't it enough?
For Pete's sake. You mean you drag me all the way here for one rusty mildewed chunk of metal venison?
You mean you don't want it, eh? Well, we'd like to have this little number up in Boston. Yes. Buddy, I'll give you $2 for it.
Hey, if you give that much, you're way off your bean, Mr. Pseudo-Hammer. What? It ain't worth it at all. I'll give you 2 1/4.
Why, you little overbearing overbidder. You can't do that to Throckmorton P. Pseudonym. I'll wipe that nasty little grin off your face, and just about I bid $3.
Well, I'll show you the two can play at that game. I bid $3.05.
5 cents. You cheapskate, I'll make it $4.
Oh, you do? Well, you can have it, Bumper Belt. I'm through.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't go.
No, don't go. Aren't you going to make another bid?
I should say not. I wouldn't give a cent more than $3.75.
I'll give $3.80.
Gee, don't, Uncle.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Uncle, huh? Aha! I see it all now. You ain't no junk man.
Yeah?
I can tell from that derby hat you're wearing. You're nothing but a pawnbroker.
What?
Yes, that's it. A pawnbroker. Uncle Mort, they call me.
Hey, kid, you better take my offer. This guy don't look reliable to me.
Well, okay, Mr. Skinner.
Okay, it's a deal. I'll be back this afternoon for this hunk of junk. And by the way, Sooty.
Yes?
I'll give you a buck for that hat and coat you're wearing.
You will?
Yeah, what do you say?
Sold. All right, Leroy. You go ahead and shop as far as your $3.75 will take you. I'm going into this bank.
Okay, Uncle Mort.
And remember, Leroy, go straight home as soon as you're finished. Say, who is this fellow coming this way?
I don't know, Unc.
His face is mighty... Oh, yes, of course. Hello, Mr. Llewellyn.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I'd like to have you meet my nephew, Leroy Forrester.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Forrester. Or may I address you as Leroy?
Mr. Llewellyn was formerly your cousin Octavia's secretary, Leroy.
Glad to have made your acquaintance. I gotta go now. So long, Uncle Mort.
Goodbye. Say, Llewellyn, how does it happen that you're still in Summerfield?
Well, I was in such a rush to resign from your cousin's employ, I neglected to collect my last week's salary.
Oh, I see. Did that leave you in an awkward financial position?
It left me slanted high and dry.
Yeah.
Really, I'm rather discouraged and depressed.
Oh, now, Llewellyn, old chap, remember every cloud has a silver lining.
Okay, every cloud has a silver lining, so what? Can I take a silver lining to my landlady and say, here, Mrs. Rafferty, this is to pay the rent? Or can I slice it like bologna and have it for lunch? Or can I use a silver lining in my shoes instead of weather?
No, of course not. I didn't realize your predicament.
Well,
it happens that I need some clerical assistance. Would you like a job?
Oh, most emphatically.
Oh, do you know anything about bookkeeping?
Oh, yeah, double entry, profit and loss, wedges. Let me recite my experiences.
It isn't necessary. I'll give you a trial.
You will?
Yes. I really need a bookkeeper badly. And I imagine that's just how you keep books.
Oh, you don't know how glad I really am. This means I won't have to take the job that was offered to me.
Oh, you had a position you could have taken.
Oh, yes. I could have gone to work reading news flashes on the radio. They said I'd be a woo-woo.
Yeah, it's you, Leroy. What's all the fuss for? Somebody sliced Buck the iron deer. The man I sold it to was here just now, and we couldn't find it anyplace.
Of course not. The man I sold it to just hauled it away.
You sold it too? Jeepers, now we're in a mess. Mr. Skinner is coming back in 3 hours.
Well, just get him a refund on his money.
I can't. I spent it. Besides, he told me to have the deer here or he'd go to the police station.
What for? They ain't got no deers there. Only bulls.
Well, Skinner's going to have me arrested for selling what I haven't got if I can't deliver what he thought he was paying for when he bought what you just sold.
Well, say that over again and take out the lump.
He's going to get me arrested for selling him a disappearing iron deer. Oh, hello, Uncle Mort. Hello, Mr. Llewellyn.
Hello.
Gee, Uncle Mort, we're in a jam.
A jam? What's wrong?
You remember Mr. Skinner who bought the deer for $3.75?
Yes?
Well, he didn't.
How could he didn't?
Well, when he came to pick it up, Bertie had already sold it to somebody else. And now Skinner says he's going to have me arrested if he doesn't get the deer back.
Oh, my. And I had a lot of matters to straighten out with Mr. Llewellyn here this afternoon.
Well, let's do him later.
Huh?
What's wrong with your ears, Bertie? Mr. Llewellyn said let's do him later.
Uh-huh.
There's only one thing to do, and that's to get the deer back. Who'd you sell it to, Bertie?
Josephus Bush.
Oh, yes, Joe Bush. I've heard that name before. Where is his place of business?
Any alley.
No, where does he transact his affairs from?
Oh, from a horse and wagon.
No, Bertie. What Mr. Gildersleeve is driving at is, where does he live? Where does he sleep? Where does he get his telephone calls?
At the corner of 33rd and the railroad track. What'd you say?
Well, let's go to the railroad track.
Yes, we've got to get that deer back before that Skinner returns.
Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Gildersleeve. Isn't it a little bit late in the season to be hunting deer?
Careful with those antlers, Llewellyn.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Mailman, you lower at the other end. You boys in the middle, steady now. Yes, steady. Yes, there it is. Thank you very much, boys.
Oh, I'm pretty tuckered out.
Yes. Trouble is you don't keep yourself in condition, Llewellyn. Well, shall we move Bucket back into the storeroom or let him stay here in the hallway for Mr. Skinner to pick up?
Personally, I was hired as a bookkeeper, not as a longshoreman.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's leave it right here for Skinner. And remind me to tell Bertie that her friend, Joe Bush, charges $7 out of her April wages to get this metal moose back here.
Yes, sir. You know something, Mr. Gildersleeve? Every time I look at this statue, it reminds me of something.
Anybody you know?
No. I just can't recollect just what it reminds me of.
Oh, well, come with me, Llewellyn, and I'll show you where to wash up.
Oh, gladly.
Yeah, moving a thing like that's no Halloween prank. Right. This way.
Well, thank you for a very lovely lunch, Mr. Phelps.
Oh, don't thank me, Miss Marjorie. Thanks to Summerfield Ironworks. After all, they're the ones who are going to pay for it.
They will?
Sure. It's a necessary expense. You know, like entertaining an out-of-town buyer. Only in this case, it's an in-town seller.
Boy, what a line. You could use it as a leash for an elephant. Oh, look, somebody's moved the deer out of the storeroom for us. I wonder how they knew you were buying it.
Well, I'll have my men load it onto the truck. Oh, Pete, you and Charlie can come in here now.
It's terribly nice of you to give me $20 for Buck, Mr. Phelps. Are you sure it's worth that much?
Oh, yes, of course. They're not putting iron like that into deers these days, you know.
No. Not unless they feed them spinach. Say, what are you going to do with it? Use it as a radiator cap for a tank?
No, we'll break it up with hammers and convert it back into pig iron. Ah, that was a bright idea, telephoning us.
Yes, wasn't it? And won't everybody be surprised when they find out that I sold it? Well, here comes Mr. Skinner back again, Uncle Mort. I'll get it.
Yes, all right. Well, thank goodness. Now Leroy can let him cart that deer away, and we'll have the whole matter off our chest, Llewellyn.
A good riddance, too, I say.
Yeah. Certainly wasn't worth all the trouble it took. Leroy got $3.75, and it cost me $7 to get it back after Bertie sold it.
Hey, Uncle Mort, it's Mr. Skinner, all right.
Yeah?
Where'd you put the deer? It isn't in the storeroom.
Of course not. We left it in the hall. Can't you use your eyes?
Oh, it isn't there now.
Well, it couldn't walk away. Did you move it, Llewellyn?
Me? After the struggle and trouble I had getting it through the front door? Oh, sir, my mother never raised any foolish children.
Yes, we'll do it.
I heard enough of this horsing around. Who's the head of this wacky household?
I am, sir. What's the meaning of this intrusion?
Oh, it's you.
Oh, forgot.
Brooker, and now the papa around here.
He's our Uncle Mort.
It's your uncle, too.
Oh, no. Not exactly, you see.
I think he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and probably two other fellas.
Yes.
Hello, Uncle Mort. Say, what's going on in here?
This man Skinner bought our iron deer from Leroy, and now it's disappeared. For the second time.
Oh, my goodness. I just sold it to the Summerfield Ironworks for $20.
$20? No wonder you didn't want to turn it over to me for $3.75.
Oh.
Better give him back his money, Leroy.
I can't. I spent it already.
Well, then you better give it to him out of the 20, Marjorie.
I spent all mine, too.
Oh, jumping jeeps. Well, I'll have to give you the $3.75, mister.
Oh, no, you don't. What about all the time I wasted? And the cab fare? And the 2 trips with the truck? And the profit I'd have made selling it to the ironworks? You gotta give me at least $10 for all my trouble.
$10 for $1? Why, you can go down to the river and take a good... You can take a good jump in the lake for yourself.
Yeah, well, I'll sue.
Excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve. Can I speak to you privately?
Is it important?
Vitally. Come on over here.
What is it, Llewellyn?
You remember that there was something about that deer that reminded me of something, only I couldn't recall what?
Yes. What is it?
Well, I just recollected. Iron deers like that are scarce. They're rare antiques.
They are? They are?
Yeah, I read somewhere that they're a vanishing form of Americana. They're worth anywhere from $150 up to collectors and at museums.
Not so loud. That mule skinner will hear you. You think we should pay him the $10 and get rid of him?
Absolutely. Then we should rush right down to the ironworks and rescue the deer before they break it up.
Oh, that's right. Break it up. Oh, we'll have to pay them back, too. Yep. $20 there, $10 to Skinner, $7 to Joe Bush. That's $37 it's going to cost me to get the deer back. Llewellyn, you better be right about the value of that iron casting or...
Or what, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Or else I'll crown you. Are you holding that statue carefully in the rumble seat?
I'm treating it as if it were very fragile.
Well, all we have to do is drive across town now and see what the antique dealers will offer.
Oh, wasn't it marvelous that we caught Harry?
Yes.
I mean, Mr. Phelps.
Oh.
So he ordered them to break up Buck?
Yes. Well, I was going to tell you about that, Marjorie. I found out that young Phelps was going to save that thing as a souvenir.
He was?
Yes.
But it wasn't his to keep. It belonged to the company.
Oh, yes? Fat chance any company would pay $20 for $2 worth of scrap metal. That young man bought it for himself.
He did? Well, I wonder why.
Yeah. If you don't know why, nobody else does.
Mr. Gildersleeve, this is Mr. Abernathy, who's an expert on old hitching posts, sundials, and iron deer.
How do you do, sir?
Oh, I'm glad to meet you. I thought there was no use loading and unloading the statuary till its authenticity was established.
Yes, that's right. Go ahead, Mr. Abernathy. Climb up and examine it to your heart's content.
Well, thank you. Well, say, this seems to be rather an unusual item. In fine condition.
It is? Oh, that's good news.
Well, there are several simple little tests, like the sound it makes when you knock on it. Oh, just listen to that. Isn't that music to the ear?
I don't know. Does that mean it's genuine?
Yes.
And it certainly is music to the ear.
Gee, Unc, isn't it wonderful? It's just like finding buried treasure.
Yeah.
Say, I like this item. I'll tell you what I'll do. Bring it in and I'll give you a check for $160. How's that?
Now, wait a minute. I'll make it $170.
Cut that out, Leroy. That's a very nice offer, Mr. Abernathy. We'll take it. Llewellyn, suppose you help me lift it out and then hand it down to me.
Okay. You grab hold of the weights, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yes, all right. I've got him. Now be careful.
Lucifer Llewellyn is always careful.
Easy now. This is worth a lot of money. Watch out it doesn't get away from you.
Well, I'll try to, but it's got to off. We swip, we wump.
What?
Look out below.
Oh, look out. It's in 100 pieces. Well, that's the last time we'll ever try to pass that buck.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few minutes. You know, food shopping is getting to be a science these days. Yes, I certainly take my hat off to you housewives. You know a lot about the quality and nutritional value of foods, and how to serve your families really tasty and nourishing meals and still keep within your budget. And that's why I'm sure so many housewives are asking for parquet margarine, instead of just saying, the margarine, please. They know, you see, that parquet margarine is the modern margarine. Outstanding because it tastes so good. Outstanding, too, because of its fine quality, and because it's a nourishing and wholesome year-round source of vitamin A. Yes, and these women know that parquet is an all-purpose margarine. Delicious for table use, a real flavor shortening for baking, and just about perfect for pan frying because it adds flavor and doesn't spatter or stick to the pan. So take a tip from these wise housewives. When you go to your food store, don't just ask for margarine, ask for parquet margarine. Then you'll know you're getting margarine at its best. Yes, tomorrow, ask your food dealer for parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. It's the delicious modern margarine made by Kraft.
Leroy, park can you whistle and chuckle and grin when we've just smashed $160 worth of iron deer?
I wanted to wait till we were alone, Unc. When old Buck busted up, something that was hidden inside of him came rolling out.
It did? What was it?
I picked it up so nobody would see. It's a great big wad of money.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe that crash was for the best. There's nobody else around here. Let me see it.
Here you are, Unc.
Wow, what a roll. Cut the string, Leroy.
There. Oh, boy.
Oh, darn it, we lose again. It's Confederate money. Good night.
Welcome back. In this episode, it's worth noting how the war serves as a plot point based on them investing heavily in defense bonds, which would certainly escalate as the war goes on. And of course, we should note here the voice of Elmer Fudd appearing in the form of Arthur Q. Bryan, a great American voice actor who was the originating voice of Elmer Fudd until 1959 when he passed away at age 60. But he did a lot of radio work and on not only this show but also on Fibber, McGee, and Molly. And there are several other programs where seemingly Elmer Fudd shows up. That wasn't the only voice that Bryan did. All right, well, that will do it for today. If you would like to share your experience or that of a loved one during World War II, please email your stories to box13@greatdetectives.net. We'll consider all stories to be shared on the air. We also welcome your suggestion as to future programs. This program is dedicated to those who fought and died in World War II and is presented as a service of the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio, greatdetectives.net. The opening theme is The Heroic by Ken Curlin, KenCurlin.com.